It takes a few minutes for them to settle down, but when they do, it is all business. The trio have been gracing our screens collectively for more than 140 years as reporters, presenters and news anchors, at a time when women didn't routinely fill those roles, and between them they have two IBs and a CBE. Since 2009 they have been working together on Rip Off Britain, a BBC One show that takes pride in exposing scam artists and saving viewers money. It draws audiences of almost 4 million in spite of its daytime slot. The secret of the show's success is clearly down to its presenters, who bring an air of authority with their extensive CVs. When you have been in the business as long as we collectively have, you become part of people's family structure, says Gloria, 78, who has been in broadcasting since the 1960s and anchored Good Evening Ulster throughout the 1970s and 1980s. I know this sounds a bit daft, but in a lot of cases you become the wife they don't have, or the daughter they don't have, or the friends they don't have, and people feel as if they can really open up because we have been there, on their screens, for a long time. Having started in BBC Radio in 1972, Julia went on to present the 9 o'clock news throughout the 1980s, before moving to ITN. She and Gloria met when they were both covering the Troubles in Northern Ireland at the height of the fighting. Now 70, she nods enthusiastically in agreement with Gloria, adding that longevity means we give confidence in our authority. Viewers know that because we have all been round the block and interviewed everyone from prime ministers and princes to paupers, that actually no one is going to pull the wool over our eyes. Rip Off Britain, which will turn 10 next year, still regularly tops the ratings, defying the idea that women over a certain age don't appeal to viewers. In 1975, Angela became the first female to permanently anchor the national news on the BBC, but aged just 50. The same age as Davina McCall and Kylie Minogue are today. She was famously told by then-Director General John Birt, "You've had your day, you have to make way for the younger women behind you." She laughs. "I was sitting there thinking, would you have said that to Michael Parkinson, or Terry Wogan? But I'm now 73 and I'm still working in television, and I'm not sure what John Birt is doing." Ageism at the BBC hit the headlines when former Country File presenter Miriam O'Reilly sued the corporation after she claimed she had been dropped because of her age in 2009. This debate still rages, but for the Rip-Off team, their age is their USP, although the trio don't always agree on how important it is. "Our age has nothing to do with what we do professionally or what we do on air," Angela insists, authoritatively. "It is totally irrelevant. I've been in broadcasting for 52 years. We have all been around forever. It is absolutely immaterial as far as the audience is concerned. They don't give a toss what it says on our birth certificates." Julia doesn't look so sure. "I would say if we were aged 31, 32, and 33 the program would not have the same impact, so actually we have to say that age does come into it. It creates something of the authority. I rather think it is one of the virtues of the program, actually. There is a quality about it that is to do with age. It is not that it is irrelevant." Gloria adds, "We have to speak as we find. We have never been out of work. I've never had to look for a job in my life, therefore ageism doesn't come into it. You don't think about it. You have to make certain tweaks. I mean, you know you won't be prime time every Saturday at 8 p.m., but you branch out and do different things." Gloria has been working for more than 7 decades, having started earning money as a performer at 7 years old. "I was brought up with a strong work ethic," she explains. "I expect to work, I like work and I want to work. You could call me a workaholic, because I don't want to be home all the time. I love being with my husband, but if I had to be there every day it would drive me nuts. Honestly, it would. Work has been an escape for me on many occasions, like when I lost Karen, her daughter, presenter Karen Keating, who died of breast cancer, aged 41, in 2004. Eventually it becomes my safe area. When everything else was like shifting sand, work was the only stable thing I could recognize. I am a bit of a workaholic and I think you are too, Angela, if I'm being honest. Julia likes her holidays. Julia admits, I think I'm someone who needs a kick up the backside. I enjoy it, but if I was to try and paint myself as a workaholic, anyone who knows me would be laughing. Her illustrious career would suggest otherwise. Nothing has slowed her down, not even a brain tumor in the early 1990s. A print, radio and television journalist, she has taken on diverse subjects from the industrial sector to the art world. Yet the thing she, and her co-presenters, seem to love most is live television, which they still get to experience during the Rip-Off Britain Live spin-off. So do they ever still get nervous? I wouldn't call it nerves, Julia says. I think anyone who does live TV gets that adrenaline burst. For instance, I have uncontrollable sneezing. I did it in bed last night, about 30 in a row. It has never happened to me on air, thankfully. Something about adrenaline must stop that happening. Gloria agrees. I think because we have all done live for 35 or 40 years you get so used to it. I like it, warts and all. Something is bound to go wrong, but I love that. With dozens of Rip-Off Britain episodes each year, as well as their own projects, it's unlikely they will be off our screens anytime soon, despite all being well over retirement age. Dr. Michael Hunter reveals his conclusion in a new episode of the TV documentary series Autopsy, The Last Hours of, which airs tonight in the US and later this year in the UK. In a painstaking examination of Cash's medical records from childhood to his death in September 2003, aged 71, Dr. Hunter identifies reckless drug abuse, out-of-control diabetes, and a smoking habit since the age of 10 as contributory factors. He says the Gravel voice star's history of heart problems, including a double bypass operation, and regular bouts of pneumonia, possibly caused by the air he inhaled growing up on a Dust Bowl farm in Arkansas, all played a part in his downward health spiral. However, Dr. Hunter is convinced an extreme case of a far more common ailment, acid reflux or heartburn, was the underlying reason behind his death almost 15 years ago. He reached the conclusion after discovering Cash was still taking an astonishing cocktail of 30 prescription drugs a day, right up until he died. Friends confirmed Cash was suffering so intensely from heartburn he could only sleep sitting upright in bed. Dr. Hunter declared, this was an extreme case of polypharmacy, where so many drugs were being taken there was a risk of dangerous interaction between them. Too many medications can be poisonous and toxic. At the same time, nerve damage caused by Cash's diabetes was severely affecting his stomach, according to the doctor, which was unable to regulate the amount of gastric acid being produced. Over time, acid built up in the stomach until it was ejected into his esophagus and into his trachea. At this point, the acid would seep into his throat and lungs, causing enormous damage. X-rays showed Cash's lungs to be virtually black as a result of 6 decades of chain smoking. Dr. Hunter added, what little healthy lung tissue that was left was compromised by the acid, leading to respiratory failure and his death. He declared, Johnny lived up to his tough, outlaw image. He made his own rules and lived the life he wanted, despite putting his body through everything he did. It shows what an incredible fighter he was and just how resilient the human body can be. Cash sold 90 million records worldwide, including the hits Ring of Fire and I Walk the Line. However, Dr. Hunter dismisses the poignant notion that he died of a broken heart just 4 months after the death of June, his beloved wife of 35 years. The pain of her being gone is more than I can stand, Cash had declared. But Dr. Hunter said, although it sounds improbable, there is a condition called stress-induced cardiomyopathy, which is also known as broken heart syndrome. It's commonly described as a physical pain in the heart or chest area resulting from a surge in stress hormones. This can be triggered by an emotionally stressful event. Band leader and trumpet player Nat Gonella, 90, died after he was given an unnecessary overdose of morphine, according to the official GoSport Independent Panel report, published last month. Meanwhile, a new probe into the deaths has been announced. Gonella, also a singer, appeared on Desert Island Discs in 1966 and worked with jazz greats including trumpet players Digby Fairweather and Humphrey Lyttelton. Thrice married Gonella, who featured on TV's This Is Your Life in 1960, died after being given morphine, the GoSport report by Bishop of Liverpool James Jones said. He had been transferred from Haslar Hospital, Portsmouth, in July 1998 for gentle rehabilitation after breaking his left elbow in a fall at home, according to medical notes published by the Inquiry. He had 2 operations to repair the break, on July 21 and 25, at Haslar. After he was transferred he became agitated, according to nursing records, and put on diamorphine. He first received a small dose, then a large 200 mg dose, described by the report as not medically indicated. Gonella's only child, Natalie Wilson, 87, last night broke her silence over her father's death. She said, "Dad was a famous jazz musician and singer, and I didn't want his story to detract from the stories of the other victims of this dreadful tragedy. I'm speaking now because what happened to my dad was so dreadful, but at the time we had no real idea of what was going on. He was a man who had a good number of years left in him. His life was cruelly taken away in the same way as hundreds of other patients. I just instinctively knew his death was not right. Dad had only been in hospital for a week. For a 90-year-old man he was as fit and healthy as you can be at that age." Mrs. Wilson, of Bristol, said her father was dapper, fit and well able to look after himself in a sheltered flat. She said, "Dad went out and about around GoSport and had been singing at GoSport Jazz Club only a couple of weeks before he died. He had only broken his elbow. There was no way you could say his death was expected. He was in GoSport War Memorial for a bit of convalescence after 2 operations that week. They wanted to make sure that everything was all right for him to go home. 2 days before he died I was visiting him. He was laughing and joking and getting out of bed and walking around the ward. When I left that afternoon it never occurred to me I wouldn't see him again. We now know he was given morphine in large doses that seemed to have ended his life, but I didn't discover that until many years later when the police told me they were investigating." Mrs. Wilson said friends who visited her father just before he died were extremely worried because he was slipping in and out of a coma. "I didn't know this was happening, otherwise I would have gone back down or called," she said. So when the hospital said he had passed away it was a complete and utter shock. "I asked a nurse what happened and she just said in a casual way, 'He was 90, these things happen.' Then we're consumed with organizing Dad's funeral. There were hundreds on the streets. Only a handful got to know that his passing was not natural, that something had been done to send him on his way. The people who run the local jazz club think he died of old age, but that is far from the truth. Now I hope I see justice for Dad before I pass on. Bridget Reeves, who lost her mother Elsie Devine in the Go Sport scandal, said, "Nat went the same way of so many elderly. Like my gran, they were there for rehabilitation or treatment for a minor illness. But their lives were taken from them, snuffed out. If you made life awkward for the staff, then out came the syringe driver full of morphine." Gonella retired to Go Sport from London in the 1970s and has a square named after him in the town. Vic Pheasant, chairman of Go Sport Jazz Club, said, "How shocking. Everyone just thought he died of old age." In 2010, the General Medical Council ruled that Go Sport Dr. Jane Barton, now retired, was guilty of professional misconduct relating to 12 patients who died at the hospital. Last month she said she was a hardworking doctor, doing her best for patients in a very inadequately resourced part of the NHS. In June, an inquiry found more than 450 patients died after doctors gave them dangerous levels of the drugs. Millions of people across the United States are enjoying barbecues, parades, festivals and fireworks in aid of the federal holiday. Other customary practices include private and public events marking the history and politics of the country. Independence Day marks the adoption of the Declaration of Independence by congressional delegates in Philadelphia on July 4, 1776. Many people will wish one another Happy Independence Day, but there are other symbolic messages you can adopt to jazz up a greeting card or message. Here are some of our topics. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. Abraham Lincoln: liberty has never come from the government. Liberty has always come from the subjects of it. The history of liberty is a history of resistance. Woodrow Wilson: patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserves it. Mark Twain: freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes responsibility. For the person who is unwilling to grow up, the person who does not want to carry his own weight, this is a frightening prospect. Eleanor Roosevelt: they who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin: freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Martin Luther King Jr.: freedom is never granted. It is earned by each generation. In the face of tyranny, cruelty, oppression, extremism, sometimes there is only one choice. When the world looks to America, America looks to you, and you never let her down. Hillary Clinton: I believe our flag is more than just cloth and ink. It is a universally recognized symbol that stands for liberty and freedom. It is a history of our Latona, and it's marked by the blood of those who died defending it. John Thune: the Declaration of Independence was the decision taken by 13 American colonies to self-govern and formally separate from Great Britain. The key legislation followed a year of war between the two sides, at loggerheads over tax levies placed on the colonies by the British government. Delegates banded together to sign the Declaration of Independence on August 2, 1776, which was ratified 2 days later on July 4. Historians have long argued over when the Declaration was formally signed. Some believe it was a month after its announcement on August 2, 1776 rather than July 4. America's founding fathers John. Being bloated can ruin your confidence and leave you feeling uncomfortable, says nutritionist and personal trainer Maeve Madden. Sometimes bloating can come on within hours or even minutes, and the break in our normal routine when we're traveling means it is even more likely to strike. But after years of suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, Maeve, 30, has developed simple tricks to help beat the bloat. Here she shares her top 10 tips for looking and feeling great on holiday. 1. Switch plain snacks for salads. It's easy to get bored on flights, and one of the ways we tend to pass the time is by eating and drinking. In fact, I have seen people take enough food for a week with them on a short-haul journey. But before you fly, ask yourself how much food you really need to eat on board. Instead of salty and starchy plain food, try stocking up on salads and protein pots in duty-free before you embark. 2. Keep moving on long flights. Long-haul flights can wreak havoc with your digestive system, thanks to cabin pressure and many hours spent sitting down. Thankfully, there are simple steps you can take to give your digestion a boost. Try setting an alarm on your watch or phone and walking up and down the plane every 30 minutes. You could even try doing some squats or lunges in the aisle. It might sound silly, but you'll have the last laugh when you hit the beach. Feelings felt. 3. Drink plenty of water. One of the main reasons our bodies retain water, making us feel bloated, is dehydration. And when you're on holiday, the combination of long flights and hot weather means you need to drink up to double the amount of water you usually do at home. Take a refillable water bottle and keep it with you at all times to make sure you stay hydrated throughout the day. 4. Beware of the fizz. When you're on holiday, it's tempting to reach for an ice-cold fizzy drink to quench your thirst during the day, or celebrate with a bottle of bubbly in the evening. But fizzy drinks can make you feel gassy and your tummy feels swollen. To beat the bloat, swap fizzy drinks for water during the day and stick to wine or spirits instead of bubbly at night. 5. Walk on the beach. One of the main reasons we tend to feel sluggish on holiday is that our usual exercise regimen goes out of the window. Instead, we spend hours lying by the pool or on the beach and eating huge meals in the evening. But doing just 30 minutes of activity a day will help beat the bloat. For a gentle way to exercise, try taking a barefoot walk on the beach. Your body works twice as hard walking on sand as it does on the pavement. 6. Watch out for watermelon. It's important to stay hydrated when you're abroad, and watermelon is often recommended as an afternoon snack to quench your thirst. But while it might be hydrating, watermelon is also bloating as it is high in short-chain carbohydrates which are difficult for the body to absorb. Thankfully, there are many other fruits which do the job, so instead try papaya or kiwi fruit, which will taste all the better in a hot climate. 7. Have a protein-rich breakfast. Delicious hotel breakfasts are full of things which can bring on the dreaded bloat, such as fatty pastries and sugar-laden fruit juice. These can leave you feeling uncomfortable when you step into your bikini later in the day. Opt for a protein-rich breakfast of eggs, meat and veg, and avoid sugary and starchy foods which will make your tummy swell. 8. Swap cocktails for G&T. We all like to indulge in a cocktail or two on holiday, and there's nothing wrong with sipping a few delicious drinks by the pool. But many cocktails get their great taste by being full of sugar from fruit juice or syrup, and this can leave you feeling bloated. If you're worried about having a swollen tummy, try swapping your usual strawberry daiquiri or mojito for a refreshing gin and tonic or vodka and soda, which are much less sugary. 9. Go local. It's one of the cliches of Britons abroad that we tend to eat traditional British food such as cooked breakfasts and chips. But traveling abroad is a great time to try the local cuisine, and it can help you feel less bloated. Try eating a delicious salad or yummy fish, such as sardines, tuna and shellfish, which are rich in omega-3 oil and encourage healthy digestion. 10. Relax. My final and perhaps most important tip is to relax. Sit back and simply enjoy your holiday. If you have a sensitive tummy, stress can make matters worse, so use this time. The research, compiled by Good Housekeeping, tested 10 of the biggest name supermarkets in the UK, as well as Aldi, Lidl, Asda, Morrisons, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Iceland, Co-op, Waitrose, and M&S were price-checked. 7 burgers, 1 veggie burger, 8 burger buns, 7 sausages, 1 veggie sausage, 8 hot dog rolls, 300 grams of coleslaw, and a 300 grams potato salad made up the shopping list. A 2 liters bottle of lemonade and a 2 liters bottle of cola, as well as barbecue sauce, mayonnaise and ketchup completed items included. And Aldi was the cheapest by far, with the total shop coming in at £14.11, less than half of the top price supermarket Marks & Spencer, which came in at £26.89. However, year on year, Aldi's prices have nudged up and cost 9.1% more than they did in the same test last year. This trend was seen across the board, as the cheapest complete basket using different products from different stores was £1.37 more expensive than last year. Not every supermarket has seen prices rise, with Waitros's basket costing 10% less than last year, and Co-op costing a whopping 20% less. Caroline Bloor, Consumer Affairs Director at Good Housekeeping said, "Even with the good vibes that the heat wave brings, it's disappointing to see a pretty significant rise in prices from the budget supermarkets on already squeezed consumers. Nonetheless, if consumers are willing to be a little bit savvy, there are still great barbecue deals to be found, so our advice is shop around for the best value and quality, and to enjoy the food and sunshine, of course." Cheapest for a one-stop shop Aldi £14.11, Lidl £14.26, Asda £14.35, Morrisons £15.40, Tesco £15.42, Sainsbury's £16.35, Iceland £16.87, Co-op £17.10, Waitrose £20.31, M&S £26.89. The cheapest ingredients across all supermarkets: 7 burgers, Lidl, £3.19, 1 vegetarian burger, Iceland and Tesco, £1 8 burger buns, Aldi, 85p 7 sausages, Morrisons, 97p 1 vegetarian sausage, Iceland, £1.25 8 hot dog rolls, Aldi, 90p 300 grams coleslaw, Asda and Morrisons, 36p 300 grams potato salad, Aldi, 59p 2 liters bottle of lemonade, Asda, Aldi, Morrisons and Lidl, 17p 2 liters bottle of cola, Asda, Aldi Morrisons, 17p bottle of barbecue sauce, Aldi, Lidl, 79p bottle of mayonnaise, Asda, 41p bottle of ketchup, Asda, 38p. It's the most challenging role of her career, transforming herself into a portly, butch transsexual, cutting her hair short, taping down her ample breasts, gaining weight and wearing padding. But it's a role that LGBTQ activists believe should only go to a genuinely transgender actor, rather than the twice-married, mother of one sex symbol. Yet lost in this battle of the sexes is the extraordinary story of the real-life mobster whom Johansson is set to portray, Dante Tex Gill, a woman undergoing gender reassignment who rose to control a criminal empire in the male-dominated underworld of 1970s Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hounded by the police and hated by the mafia, who targeted her businesses with a deadly bombing campaign, Gill was finally brought down by the same crime fighter who nailed Al Capone, the U.S. taxman. Born Lois Jean Gill, she insisted that mobsters and police called her Mr. Gill as she dressed in hand-cut men's suits and ties, ruling a string of brothels with an iron fist, while undergoing a sex change. She took over a string of Pittsburgh massage parlors that were flimsy covers for brothels after Vice Kingpin George Lee was gunned down as he left his favorite Italian restaurant in 1977. But the mafia fought to wrest control of Gill's lucrative parlors with such cheesy names as Maya, Gemini and Spartacus. A package bomb disguised as a Christmas gift sent in 1977 to the Gemini destroyed it, killing hooker Joanne Scott. Gill's employee Anthony Pugh was murdered in his flat that same year. An arson attack 3 years later destroyed Gill's Tory and Models parlor, killing 3 men. The Pittsburgh Press branded Gill the Dubious Man of the Year, and also named her the Dubious Woman of the Year. There was always a pronoun problem, not knowing whether to call Tex him or her, confesses her cousin Barry Paris, in Pittsburgh. Tex's father Walt was one of 9 brothers and sisters. She had 42 first cousins, and was the most intimidating of them all from an early age. She scared the hell out of us when my cousins and I took riding lessons from her as kids. Born in 1931, Gill seemed happier among horses than humans, and in the late 1950s worked as a blacksmith at a Pittsburgh stables where locals learned to ride. An accomplished horsewoman, she answered to the name of Lois in her youth, but wore her hair cropped beneath a Stetson. An avowed lesbian living as a man, she fell in love with Cynthia Bruno of Dallas, Texas, marrying her in Hawaii. They lived together in Pittsburgh, but the relationship did not last. Gill ran a baby furniture shop and a frozen food store, with prostitutes on the side, before turning full-time to crime. She became involved with massage parlors in a bid to raise money to care for her sick mother Agnes, who died of cancer in 1973. She got involved early on with the proverbial wrong crowd, says Paris. But she was personally gentle and non-violent, and she made a nice corrupt life for herself in a nice corrupt American society. With the help of allies in the underground gay community, her empire grew quickly. Raking in millions each year, she began gender reassignment, traveled the world, dined at top restaurants and owned rare pets. She could lavish favored prostitutes with mink stoles and diamond rings. But she would also demand that staff take lie detector tests if she suspected them of stealing. She was a very good businesswoman, but just had a different lifestyle, her lawyer Carl Yanovitz told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. She was very tough. A lot of fun. She drank a lot. She partied a lot. She could recite poetry endlessly, Irish poetry. When police raided the Spartacus in 1978, Gill threw a birthday cake at a cop. She extended her criminal empire with an anabolic steroids ring that helped fuel football team the Pittsburgh Steelers to a series of Super Bowl championships. But she was finally brought down by the U.S. Treasury Department, which in 1984 charged her with tax evasion. Gill had reported her annual income as $60,000 peanuts for the woman whose parlors could each rake in $500,000 a year. Jailed for 13 years, she served only 7, dying in 2003 aged 72. Scarlett Johansson is unapologetic about the role. Referencing other heterosexual actors who have played, publisher Puffin Books said, "It is with sorrow that the family of Clive King, author of several popular children's books, including the much-loved classic Stig of the Dump, announced that he passed away in the county of Norfolk, where he had made his home on July 10. He is survived by his widow Penny and 3 children." Stig, first published in 1963, told the story of a young boy called Barney who comes across a caveman called Stig living in a dump at the bottom of a nearby chalk pit. The book, which has sold more than 2 million copies, was inspired by King's own adventures growing up with his 3 brothers in Kent. King was born in Richmond, Surrey, before he moved with his family to Ashen, Kent. He had served in the Royal Naval Volunteer Reserve and traveled. Boris Johnson, 54, has resigned from his position as Foreign Secretary today, revealing in a letter that did not support Theresa May's Brexit strategy. His departure from office came just hours after Brexit Secretary David Davis announced he was resigning. Boris has held many positions of public office, including being Mayor of London and also a Member of Parliament. After his resignation today, how much is the politician actually worth? According to Celebrity Net Worth, Boris has an estimated net worth of £1.5 million. Boris was born Alexander Boris D. Pfeffel Johnson, in New York's Upper East Side. He was born into a well-off family and has two younger brothers and a younger sister, Leo and Joe Johnson, and Rachel Johnson. Despite being born in New York, Boris was educated in England, attending Ashdown House School and the £32,067 a year Eton College. After school he started his career in London, working as a journalist at The Times and The Daily Telegraph. He was also editor of The Spectator from 1999 to 2005. Boris became a Member of Parliament for Henley in 2001, where he stayed a member until 2008. The basic salary for MP is £74,000, with Boris also pulling in an income for his editor position. In 2008 the 54-year-old became Mayor of London, where he held the position until 2016. The reported salary for the mayor position is £143,911 per year, with Boris earning a significant amount in his time as mayor. During his career the former Foreign Secretary also wrote several books, all adding to his net worth. In 2006 he wrote The Dream of Rome, Johnson's Life of London in 2011 and The Churchill Factor in 2014. He was named as Foreign Secretary in July 2016 by Prime Minister Theresa May, as Boris was a big voice in the pro-Brexit campaign. During his time as Foreign Secretary, Boris pulled in £141,405 a year. Boris has 4 children with his wife of 25 years, lawyer and journalist Marina Wheeler. The family's home in Iceland. It has been revealed that poor home security in the summer leads to an open season for burglars in the UK. British homemakers are at risk of burglary, robberies and break-ins more during this time of year. New data from Money Supermarket shows that you're most likely to be burgled in August during the summer months. The price comparison website analyzed millions of home insurance inquiries over the last 5 years to reveal that August is the summer month when burglars target homes, with the data highlighting a 12% increase for unwanted visitors, compared to July. What is more, leaving a window open to stay cool could mean your insurance won't pay out. Leaving your window open or back door ajar while you go out, be it for 5 minutes or an hour, could be considered contributory negligence, resulting in your home insurance claim being void or not being paid in full. Kevin Pratt, consumer affairs expert at Money Supermarket, commented, "The summer months offer a unique window of opportunity for burglars. That makes it crucial to be extra vigilant, and to take the necessary steps to keep burglars at bay. In the heat of summer, it's tempting to leave windows and doors open to cool the house, but this could mean you're putting your home, belongings and even yourself at risk. You're also in danger of making your policy ineffective in the event of a claim. Never leave a door or window open that you can't keep an eye on. It's an open invitation to intruders, and even if you have a good home insurance policy, the insurer might refuse to pay out if there was no actual physical break-in. If you want to leave bedroom windows open at night, install restrictors so that they won't open wide enough for someone to climb through. If you're spending a sunny afternoon in the back garden, remember to make sure the doors and windows at the front are secure. Even with your windows and doors closed, any valuables you leave on display can be incentive enough for an intruder to break in. Car and house keys need to be kept well away from doors and windows, and expensive electronics should never be left just to smash and grab away. Thieves often target garden sheds because they tend to contain valuable tools and are relatively insecure. Throw a spanner in the works by swapping the screws that secure the hinges and locks with tamper-proof versions. One way, hex head and Torx screws require special tools to remove, which a casual burglar is unlikely to carry. If you're going away for an extended period, a visible buildup of post on your doormat tells burglars your home is a soft target. For years his daughter Helen Jebsen King, 41, fought with social services at Redale District Council to get home care for her ailing father who was living alone. At the same time she was raising her 2 children and working as a hairdresser. But despite suffering from Alzheimer's, vascular dementia and cancer, former financial advisor Mr. Jebsen, of York, received no help until he fell at home and broke his hip. He spent 2 weeks in a general hospital and a further 5 in a community hospital where the severity of his illnesses became apparent. While her father lay in a hospital bed, Miss Jebsen King was forced to sell his house to pay £850 a week private care home fees. And while he was in care he suffered another fall and was taken to hospital. He died 4 days later on her birthday last year. 2 days beforehand she received a call from the home asking her to remove his belongings because they wanted to move someone else into his room. She said, "It was horrendous, I really was at my wit's end. It should never have got to the stage it did, but the help simply wasn't there. It was so avoidable. If my father had got the one-to-one care he needed he might still be with us. My father worked all his life, brought me and my brother up alone and never claimed a penny. Yet I feel he was badly let." Meghan Markle, 36, and Prince Harry, 33, are still newlyweds, but already facing speculation as to when they will start a family. Last year, following their engagement, the royal couple revealed that they would like to start a family in the near future. The couple has been spending a lot of time around children recently, possibly resulting in them feeling a little broody. From the little boy playfully stroking Meghan's hair in Ireland, to spending time with Harry's baby nephew Prince Louis. But when, or if, Meghan does fall pregnant, it's quite likely that the couple might end up having twins. The reason is down to Meghan's age, where she is now more likely to have twins than women in their 20s or early 30s. The Duchess is turning 37 in just 2 weeks, with her age also meaning she is more likely to have triplets. Head of Family and Professional Support at the Twins and Multiple Births Association Helen Terrier, revealed, older women, so women in their late 30s, early 40s, are more likely to hyperovulate. As far as we understand, it's due to changing levels of hormones. If Meghan and Harry do end up struggling to conceive, fertility methods such as IVF can also increase the chances of having a larger family. Helen explained, if you have one fertilized embryo put back, in some cases that can split into 2 identical monochorionic, monozygotic twins, which is why you can have one embryo put back and end up with twins, Helen said. In the UK we have quite strict rules. You either have one embryo put back, and in some circumstances you're allowed 2, and one of those may split and become 2, so you can have 2 put back and end up with 3. Whereas overseas there is no limit, which is why we get women who have had fertility treatment abroad come back pregnant with triplets or quads. According to the NHS Choices website, women in their 40s have consistently recorded the highest multiple maternity rate, which is owned to assisted fertility treatments. If or when the 36-year-old does fall pregnant, there is a tradition from her homeland that she won't be able to partake in. A native U.S. citizen, Meghan has had to quickly adapt to life in the British royal family, foregoing many things from her pre-wedding life. One American tradition she probably won't be following before giving birth is having a baby shower. Baby showers are a way to celebrate the expected or delivered birth of a child, by showering the mother with gifts. However, baby showers are reported to be frowned upon and not celebrated in the royal family, as they could appear to be tasteless. Another thing Meghan won't be able. The average wedding now costs just under £18,000, though for anyone who wants the full works including a personal video diary of the event for instance, it is nearly £30,000. It is now such a big business that there are a record 139,000 different companies supplying some kind of product or service to weddings, said the annual industry study by nuptial experts Audiobook.co.uk. The digital planning service calculated an average cost increase of 12%, partly from inflation but partly down to bespoke services for the growing number of couples who want a hyper-personal day. And the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle only promoted the personal touch as the couple broke with tradition to have a 70 kilograms lemon and elderflower cake and Stand By Me sung in the royal chapel. Couples increasingly want a day that is very personal to them but also unique to those who attend as well as looking good on social media, said Bridebook.co.uk, a digital platform for wedding planning. Founder Hamish Shepherd said, "The hyper-personal wedding has arrived. The influence of inspirational social media is resulting in suppliers diversifying their offering in a bid to attract millennials. Personalization and sustainability are becoming increasingly important, as couples look to do things their own way to reflect themselves as a couple. If Meghan and Harry can have a deconstructed lemon and elderflower cake and Stand By Me sung, couples no longer need to be bound by tradition and are free to embrace the endless inspiration that is easily accessible to them." Which all adds to the budget. The most expensive price rises have been 24% to the cost of hiring a marquee, 23% rise in food and drink prices, and 22% more to dress a venue than a year ago. The average cost of hiring a venue is now £6,152. To rent a marquee will now set couples back £5,468 and food and drink will typically add £5,862 to the cost. And that is before the cost of the dress, the cake, the flowers and the entertainment as well as the more wacky additions from multicolored alpacas wandering round the guests to an animatronic velociraptor on the dance floor. Tarun, 76, who was also a doctor, had suffered from autoimmune disease lupus for 17 years, and after his kidneys failed he had been enduring dialysis 3 times a week for most of that time. Rangan is now seen on BBC TV's Breakfast and is known for his show Doctor in the House. But he was a student in Edinburgh when his father was diagnosed and he soon began travelling back and forth to help out at home. A career in renal medicine was his goal but he returned to his native Manchester in 2003 to give his mother Bandana, 77, a hand caring for Tarun. "My dad's illness was probably the most impactful thing on my life," he says. "It shaped me. Every summer at university, when my mates were off on holiday, I was at home. I would come home and care for Dad and help my family. I stayed in Edinburgh and came home when I could as Dad was getting more and more frail. My whole adult life as a doctor was shaped around being in Manchester, being close to Mom and Dad and helping. The last few years were really tough. As a GP, I would get up at 5 a.m. and go round and give him a shower and help him shave before he went to dialysis. In a nutshell, it was very, very stressful, and I can only clearly see that now. I don't regret it at all. Now that I don't have him, I am glad I did everything I could to spend time with him. Watching the life drain out of someone. If you have never experienced that, it is the most humbling thing. To feel life in them and then for it to disappear slowly, bit by bit until nothing is left. It felt so natural when you are there, but still weird on some level. 12 hours before Dad died, everybody was there. It was lunchtime and my kids were sitting on him, my baby daughter stroking his cheek. My wife, my brother and his son were there, so Dad saw everyone in his immediate family before he died. He hadn't eaten for days, and when everyone was there he ate his lunch, because he was so relaxed and happy. I am glad of that. Now, 5 years on, Reagan, 40, has returned to Manchester Royal Infirmary, the hospital where his father worked for more than 30 years as a consultant physician before becoming a patient there himself. His return was for TV show Matron, Medicine and Me. Part of the BBC season celebrating 70 years of the NHS, it follows 5 celebrities as they visit an institution that has touched their life. The program is a very personal story. I felt quite exposed, as usually I am talking about other people when I'm on camera, not myself. This was me going back to the room where Dad died. I've never been back, and it brought all these emotions to the surface. The medical team who treated my father said that he would often talk with pride about his family and his son being at medical school, that he would bang on about it. He was of that generation who would never say it to your face, so it was lovely to know he was proud of me. I met the nurse who put my dad on the dialysis machine for the final time, and he told me, "I knew that was your dad's last dialysis. I knew that he was on way out." I broke down. It was so emotive for me. I feel lucky in so many ways. How many people go back to the room where they sat with their parents when they died? I feel like I processed a lot of emotion and a lot of stress going back there. I think it helped. It was a type of closure, because you don't have to deal with it otherwise, it is just locked away in the back of your mind. But I had to process it all with a camera in my face. Reagan grew up in a medical family surrounded by physicians, so it was almost inevitable that he would become a doctor. He studied at the University of Edinburgh Medical School, graduating in 2001 with an additional degree in immunology. After some time working in hospital in Scotland, he moved back to Manchester and set up a GP practice. The father of 2 hit our screens in 2015 in the BBC documentary Doctor in the House, which saw him move in with patients to investigate every aspect of their lives. Reagan now studies the science of lifestyle, or what modern life does to our bodies. His best-selling book The 4-Pillar Plan outlines food, movement, relaxation and sleep as 4 vital components to staying at optimum health. With his father having worked non-stop for 30 years, including 3 night shifts every week, he knows his immune system will have been damaged by sleep deprivation. Back when Dad was diagnosed, we thought that he was just unlucky, but now I know differently. When you see the damage sleep deprivation does to the immune system, there is no doubt in my mind that it was related. Reagan adds, "All I want to do is simplify health. The media often focuses on diet, is it fat or is it carbs? But maybe that's the wrong conversation. I have a book out next year about stress and the impact that has on the human body. How often will you hear someone say, 'I'm a bit stressed'? It is common parlance now." Despite his celebrity status, Reagan is still a practicing NHS GP, which makes him perfectly placed to comment on how the institution is holding up. "The show made me very proud of the NHS," he says. "Isn't it the most incredible thing we have? We took my father to India to see his family and arranged and paid for him to have dialysis over there. And they told us that there are so many people there who need dialysis but they just die. For all the problems the NHS has, you will not die because you need something and can't afford it. You will get treatment whether you are a high-flying CEO or on benefits, and that is, frankly, incredible." But he has fears. "I'm worried about whether we will have an NHS in another 70 years, he says. "These treatments are amazing and the NHS needs to keep doing what it is good at, but the bulk of what we see now as doctors is driven by modern lifestyles. If we can't take away the lifestyle-driven illness from the NHS, I don't think we will have one in the same form." Rangan, who has a passion for public health, says his father didn't just inspire him to go into medicine, but was a model for him as a human being. "I think more than inspiring me to be a doctor, he showed me how to treat everyone with respect, no matter who they are. They moved from India with no money to start again and give me and my brother the best start in life. I realize now, as a father myself, how much they..." Added to that, the dishwasher is broken and needs to be replaced. A cracked kitchen floor also has to be redone sooner rather than later. "Life can be so unfair," I thought to myself. "I can't catch a break." Then I read about Darren Blanks, and suddenly got a very different perspective on life's little trials and tribulations. Darren, from Egremont in Cumbria, had always been a sporty bloke, playing rugby league from 9 years old, and he got into running during his 5 years in the King's Royal Hussars, completing 2 tours of Iraq by the age of 20, before leaving the army in 2008. But he had his world turned upside down, literally, as you will find out, 8 years ago when he was struggling to read a magazine in a supermarket. "A lot of my family members wore glasses, so I just thought I needed a pair and popped down to my local Specsavers for an eye test," says Darren. "It all went downhill from there. The first inkling it was something serious was when he saw staff members examining his results and shaking their heads. They referred him immediately to hospital and he was eventually sent to have a brain scan. It revealed Darren had an acoustic neuroma on his left side, a benign tumor that grows on the vestibular, balance, and cochlear hearing nerves. I was only 23, and you don't expect to have a tumor at that age, he says. Darren had the tumor removed on December 1, 2010. As a result of the operation, he was made completely deaf in his left ear. It all seems horrific enough, right? It was to get much worse. 3 days after Christmas his health deteriorated. Darren thought it was just a runny nose, but it turned out to be spinal fluid. His skull had cracked open during the surgery and he was suffering from a cerebral spinal leak. And a second bout resulted in him being admitted to Newcastle's Royal Victoria Infirmary, where he spent 8 days in a coma in the intensive care unit. He was taken into theatre, had blue dye injected into his spine, and then hung upside down to find the leak. Yes, really. It all sounds so medieval. Once it was located, he underwent an operation where wood to the fat was taken out of his stomach and injected into his skull. Dental filling cement was then used to fill the crack. He was conscious during the procedure. By now his eyesight had dramatically worsened, but the cause had yet to be resolved. But, in October 2011, a blood scan revealed that Darren suffered from Leber's optical neuropathy, a rare genetic disease that would gradually make him blind. Understandably, he spiraled into depression. I wouldn't leave the house, he says. I wouldn't go to the nursery to pick up my son as I didn't want to pick the wrong kid or go to the wrong room. I was scared to talk to people in case I was speaking to the wrong person. What pulled him away from the black hole was the support of his family and friends and the sporting opportunities offered by the charity Blind Veterans UK. My cousin directed me to the blind veterans and they said, "Come on, life's not over," he says. They showed me the computers that talk to you, the phones that talk to you. They tell you stories of what other members have achieved, such as skiing, breaking world records, running marathons and so on. You realize there is life beyond sight loss. In 2012, I went to the Blind Veterans Center in Llandudno. The gym staff there said, "You've just climbed up a wall, you've just been on a tandem, you've just walked halfway up Snowdon, you've just done a weight session, you've just been swimming, you've done so much in the space of a week. So you can do more, can't you?" I was like, yes. I signed up to my local gym the next week and haven't looked back. Despite his sight deteriorating to where it seems he is looking through a frosted car window, where only bold colors can be seen, he has learned to ski where he met his girlfriend, Helen. He runs and cycles with his 2 sons, and has run 6 marathons, while fundraising for Blind Veterans UK. His next challenge is Revolve 24, a 24-hour, closed-circuit cycling event at Brands Hatch in September. "I can't wait," he says. Not just with blindness, or depression, but with any mental or physical disability, sport can help so much. It doesn't have to be marathons, or 24-hour cycle challenges, it's just walking outdoors in the fresh air, instead of being stuck inside with the same 4 walls. Anything can be done with sight loss, you've just got to work hard and get there. Darren Blanks is taking part in Revolve 24, www.revolve24.com, a closed-circuit 24-hour endurance event on the world-class Brands Hatch motor track on September 15th to 16th. Support Darren here. www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Darren-BLANKS24cycling. At St. James's Palace, aristocratic daughters were presented to her when they were 17, the age considered ripe for marriage. Before the First World War, its main purpose was to act as a social adjunct to political life. But after that, it had become a marriage market to ensure that young aristocratic men and women could select their spouse from their own circle of society. The aim was to be engaged by the end of the season. Until the Second World War, an upper-class girl looked solely at marriage and motherhood. Bred as a socialite, she was given a rudimentary education focusing on the social graces such as dancing, drawing and singing. She was expected to marry well, with no concern for a career or any personal ambition. Only girls with a relation already presented at court could apply, and a debutante or deb was a girl of an aristocratic or upper-class family who on reaching adult maturity came out into society at a formal debut. Having been presented marked the end of her gauche girlhood and her rebirth as a sophisticated young woman. It was what Jessica Mitford, the most reluctant of debs, described as the specific, upper-class version of a puberty rite. But from this initiation ceremony, they learned how to behave in a grown-up world, having typically been demure and sheltered as children. And underlying it were the qualities of elegance, good manners, belief in protocol and respect for queen and country. The 1920s debutante was presented wearing an ostrich feather headdress and a white dress with a long train. This was seen as a symbol of virginity and a form of wedding dress. By the 1950s, styles had changed, and she was likely to be wearing pearls. The dresses were very old-fashioned, but cost a fortune, and there were endless fittings. Even though the radical changes in fashion and lifestyles of the 60s were only 2 years away, in that final year of 1958 they all still dressed to look like their mothers. Gloves were short for daytime, longer for formal events, and elbow length for evening. The etiquette was to keep them on while you danced but roll them back while you ate. They queued nervously up the palace's grand marble staircase and assembled on little gilt chairs in an antechamber, waiting to be called into the ballroom where the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh sat on twin thrones under a crimson canopy. Once your name was called, you curtsied twice, once to the Queen, then, after 3 sidesteps, before Prince Philip. You then left the room without turning your back. The season, known as the party that lasted 100 days, ran from late spring right through to the autumn and consisted of events such as afternoon tea parties, polo matches, Royal Ascot, Wimbledon, Henley, the 4th of June, and the Eton/Harrow match at Lord's. Many of the girls came from landed gentry who spent much of their time on their country estates. So the season also involved coming to London, where the mothers issued and accepted invitations to balls and parties. They were eager for their daughters to be introduced to suitable young men, called Deb's Delights, while discouraging any who could be dubbed with the following acronyms: NSIT, not safe in taxis; MSC, makes skin creep; MTF, must touch flesh; and FSIT, very very safe in taxis, probably queer. The balls and parties were held in grand townhouses and stately homes, but by the late 1950s many were held in hotels and flats. The first spectacular ball of the season was held in the Great Room at Grosvenor House. 400 Debs assembled with their parents in long white ball gowns and white gloves to dine and dance. It was all a reenactment of Queen Charlotte's birthday celebration, with the Debs nannies watching their mutating charges from the balcony. When the birthday cake was brought to a halt in front of the guest of honor, they all curtsied very low and rose simultaneously, the result of a rigorous rehearsal taken that morning. But the Second World War put paid to excess, and the cake was then made from dried eggs, and by 1944 the ball was like a picnic, with guests bringing their own food and drink. By 1958 the exclusivity of the season was eroded. Such class divisions couldn't last, and ironically old blood families felt they were being overtaken by new money. As Princess Margaret declared, "We had to put a stop to it." Every tart in London was getting in. One former Deb recalled, "The parties were rather nerve-wracking. You went into a whole room of people you didn't know and held on to that sense of panic. 2 girls couldn't dance together," she said. "You couldn't dance by yourself and you had to wait to be asked to dance. If you weren't, you were a wallflower." And behind the grandeur was the expense. Going out 5 times a week meant a lot of dresses, while many mothers lunching their daughters were war widows. The stark contrast was very evident between the luxuries of the season and the hardships of post-war Britain. Rationing had only ended in 1954. The 1956 Suez Crisis had annihilated her imperialist ambitions. And it wasn't long before the arrival of pop culture, satire and the pill, which put paid to the values of virginity. In 1957 there had been a damaging attack on the complacency of the royal family by Lord Altrincham, who felt it should have been quietly discontinued in 1945, making way for a truly classless court, and that it was failing to reflect the growing social changes in Britain resulting from the war. Deb's curtsying had become an embarrassing anachronism. Even the Duke of Edinburgh thought the whole thing bloody daft. The Queen held out for 1 more year before following palace advice to abandon it. When the Lord Chamberlain announced his last royal presentation ceremony, There was a record number of applications from mothers. Meghan Markle, 36, is known for her chic, minimalistic dress sense, often choosing simple patterns or plain, block colors. However, she was spotted yesterday at Cowars Park Polo Club in Berkshire wearing a gingham summer dress. The traditional print was famously worn on multiple occasions by another royal, the late Princess of Wales, Princess Diana. Today marks what would have been the 57th birthday of the late princess, who would have been Meghan's mother-in-law. With gingham a beloved print of Diana's, did Meghan pay tribute to her husband Prince Harry's mother ahead of her birthday? Gingham was a print favored by Diana, often snapped wearing the traditional pattern, most famously her pink gingham trousers. Princess Diana wore the pink gingham trousers to polo matches, snapped wearing them at Guards Polo Club in Windsor. Meghan also attended a polo match yesterday, choosing for the first time since becoming a royal to wear the print in public. The Duchess dress had eyelet detailing, a tied belt at the waist and a wide, open collar, which Meghan wore buttoned down, also a style sported by Diana on multiple occasions. One of Diana's most iconic photographs also features those same pink gingham trousers, Diana sitting on the steps outside her country home, Hegrove, in 1986. Pink was another favorite shade of Diana's, with Meghan spotted in the color on almost every royal or state occasion since becoming a royal in May. Kate Middleton has often paid tribute to Diana, often at the birth of her and Prince William's children. Kate famously wore a long-sleeved bright red dress for the birth of Prince Louis, which had a white lace Peter Pan-style collar. The white collar and red shade bear a striking resemblance to what Diana wore when she left the hospital with William's brother Prince Harry in 1984. Both Meghan and Kate also regularly wear pieces from Princess Diana's personal jewelry collection, a nod towards the close relationship Diana had with her sons. Kate's engagement ring famously belonged to the late princess, while Meghan Markle's giant aquamarine cocktail ring worn at her wedding reception also belonged to Diana. It is no doubt that today will be hard for Harry, who has spoken openly about the effect his mother's death had on him. With just over 20 years passing since the beloved princess' tragic death, Prince Harry and Prince William marked the anniversary last year with 2 documentaries, where they spoke about their mother. In the documentary, the 33-year-old prince, who was 12 at the time, revealed he tried to suppress tears at his mother's funeral, while watching crowds weep around him. There is no doubt that Princes Harry and William, along with Meghan and Kate, will celebrate Diana's birthday today. Lincoln and Tell and Luca Criscoli, both 11, arrived in a replica of the famous Mutt Cuts van from the film, complete with tail, shaggy ears, nose and fake fur. Lincoln's mum Gemma Antel, 35, said the boys, who were leaving Locking Stumps Primary in Warrington, Cheshire, wanted to come up with an idea that was as barking mad as them. She said, "It has been in the making for around a year." Everyone was shocked as the boys kept it a secret. No one suspected a thing. The teachers and pupils were in hysterics. As part of the stunt, they also wore striking blue and orange tuxedos that had to be shipped from the U.S. They were driven round town before arriving at the school to be met by head Jamie Vermiglio. Gemma added, "A few parents mentioned they had seen a dog car and I had to." Donald Trump, U.S. President, and Jean-Claude Juncker, the President of the European Commission, met today. The EU leader and the President sat in the Oval Office of the White House today. Juncker said Wednesday the US and EU are not enemies as he began talks with President Trump aimed at diffusing the trade tensions between the 2 key economies. Donald Trump discussed Brexit with UK Prime Minister Theresa May during his trip to the UK. Former advisor to the president Steve Bannon said Donald gave Theresa May some pointers and pulled her off to the side and said, "Hey, if I was doing this, here is how tough you have got to be because these guys are not going to let you go." What did the two leaders' body language say about the exchange? Expert Juddy James claimed that the EU leader seemed bored. Juncker sat squarely back in his chair in a splayed leg and hands on thighs pose that you normally associate with Santa in his grotto, she said. Overall, his demeanor suggested resigned boredom, while Trump perched on the edge of his seat like a man poised to make a speedy escape. Trump, on the other hand, seemed irritated. Trump used his signature downward steeple hand gesture and, as usual, his fingertips began to tap together in a signal of irritation and impatience, with the tapping becoming more pronounced, Juddy added. His accelerated blink rate added to his air of mild annoyance as well as the way his eyebrows were knitted into a frown. During one moment, Donald Trump patted Juncker's hands and knee, but the friendly gesture was a shrouded power move, the expert claimed. Trump thanked him for coming the U.S. president through a body language curveball by suddenly throwing his right hand out and swiftly patting Juncker's hand and knee. It was a power gesture masquerading as an attempt at friendship. The speed and angle of the pat suggested he was quietly putting Juncker in his place. However, Juncker hit back with another body language move, Juddy said. Keeping his right hand on his knee, he gesticulated with his left and used 16 swatting gestures, where the back of the hand flicked out towards Trump in a dismissive gesture, as opposed to only 2 forward hand swishes that might signal collusion and inclusion, she claimed. Juncker did not appear to be charmed by a compliment from the U.S. president. Juddy said, Trump described Juncker as a smart and tough man, performing a small mouth wince after he said it, and Juncker's reaction could be seen in a subtle chest heave and suppressed smile. But if Juncker's swatting gestures defined the mood of the meeting, Trump might be finding it hard to get some form of negotiation going. Melania Trump reportedly. Donald Trump told those in Washington what his wife Melania Trump felt after 2 visits to migrants at the border. The president revealed his wife saw the danger in the area. Speaking to reporters at the press conference, the former business mogul praised his wife. He said, "She came home and told me a couple of things. She said it's a very sad situation, very, very sad. She was so strong on how professional the Border Patrol, the agents, the law enforcement is along the border." The president also said of his former model wife, "She has a very big heart." The First Lady caused confusion and outrage when she wore a certain jacket to visit the area for the first of her 2 visits. Melania Trump's "I don't care" jacket cost £29 from high street shop Zara. She later defended the look via her spokesperson. Melania's spokeswoman Stephanie Grisham tweeted on behalf of the First Lady, referencing her choice of jacket. She wrote, "Today's visit the children in Texas impacted us greatly. If media would spend their time and energy on her actions and efforts to help kids, rather than speculate and focus on her wardrobe, we could get so much accomplished on behalf of children." Shikars it's just a jacket. Last night Melania Trump and her mother were seen leaving the White House. The mother-daughter duo looked happy and relaxed as they walked with Melania's 12-year-old son Barron, with President Trump also in attendance. According to reports, Melania Trump may be planning a solo trip in the UK. Donald and Melania are visiting the UK next month. The First Lady could visit a school in the UK as part of her single "Be Best" campaign and talk about the danger of. Donald Trump, 72, was recently interviewed by Piers Morgan, 53, where the two talked about his recent visit to the UK. During the interview he revealed what the Queen thought about Brexit, a topic not usually discussed by the monarch. In the explosive interview, Trump said the Queen thought Brexit was a very complex problem. Speaking to peers, Donald revealed he too agreed with the Queen, saying, "She's right, it's a very complex problem. I don't think anybody had any idea how complex that was going to be." Donald Trump was recently interviewed by Piers Morgan, where the two talked about his recent visit to the UK. During the interview he revealed what the Queen thought about Brexit, a topic not usually discussed by the monarch. In the explosive interview, Trump said the Queen thought Brexit was a very complex problem. Speaking to peers, Donald revealed he too agreed with the Queen, saying, "She's right, it's a very complex problem. I don't think anybody had any idea how complex that was going to be." Political talks from royals are said to be a breach of royal protocol, with members of the royal family not supposed to have political alignments and remain impartial. The president also talked about Prince Harry, husband of Trump criticizer Meghan Markle, where he revealed he does like the flame-haired prince. "I don't know him but I like him. So I like Harry, I've always liked Harry. I like the whole family to be honest." Last month Prince Harry came under fire when his views of Brexit were also revealed. Speaking again to Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain, Meghan Markle's father Thomas Markle said the two had talked about the matter on the phone. The 73-year-old spoke of how the two's conversations turned to politics in a series of phone calls he had with Harry before his daughter's wedding. Speaking in his first TV interview, Mr. Markle told ITV's Good Morning Britain presenters Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid how the pair disagreed when speaking about Trump. He said, "Our conversation was I was complaining about not liking Donald Trump. He said give Donald Trump a chance. He's an interesting guy. We've talked a few times about Brexit and Donald Trump." Mr. Markle also revealed how Prince Harry could be open to the experiment of Brexit as he discussed the UK's decision to leave the EU with his son-in-law. When pushed by the presenter about what Prince Harry had said about Brexit, Mr. Markle described the US President Donald Trump, 72, and First Lady Melania Trump, 47, took tea with the Queen on Friday. Queen Elizabeth, 92, welcomed the President and First Lady to Windsor Castle and posed for pictures in the Oak Room before having a private lunch. The Queen wore a cornflower blue coat with matching hat, and a floral print dress underneath. She carried a black handbag in hand. Mother of one Melania chose a Dior skirt suit to wear for her royal engagement. Donald and his wife of 13 years flew to the castle on board the Marine One helicopter from the U.S. ambassador's residence in London, where the couple have been staying. Look through this gallery to see all the pictures of Donald and Melania Trump with Her Majesty the Queen. The monarch has met with almost all of the American presidents during her reign as Queen. Previous meetings at the Windsor Castle include Barack Obama in 2016, George W. Bush in 2000. The UK is currently in the grip of a heat wave, with temperatures in some parts to hit a whopping 36 degrees today. As the nights are not much cooler, many may be dreaming more than usual, and spiders could be making an unwelcome appearance in dreams. According to the National Sleep Foundation, people dream an average of 4 to 6 times per night, but forget nearly everything they dreamed about. However, when temperatures rise, people are less likely to fall into a deep slumber, meaning dreams are more easily remembered. Laura Lowenberg, a dream interpreter, explained, "The lighter you sleep, the more often you will wake up after each REM cycle when we dream." She told Bustle, "This enables you to remember your dreams, rather than sleeping through the night and not having the chance to capture them. So it may not be that spiders are popping up in dreams more than they usually would, but that dreams are being more clearly remembered. If you are dreaming about spiders, what does it mean? There are many potential meanings behind seeing spiders in dreams, and one of the most widely cited is a link between the arachnid and mother figures. According to website Dreams Cloud, spiders have long been symbolic of feminine energy, and seeing one in a dream could represent a woman in your life who is domineering or powerful. Spiders in dreams are also linked to manipulation, particularly in intimate relationships. This is because of the web spiders weave, which they do in order to trap prey. Therefore, a spider in a dream could represent a web being weaved in your life, either by you or someone else. Cynthia Richmond, author of Dream Power, told Huffington Post, as such, spiders are associated with manipulation. Depending on the rest of the dream, the spider may indicate that the dreamer is being manipulated or that the dreamer is the manipulator. Richmond also went on to say a spider could symbolize a deadly or destructive force the dreamer is tussling with, a bad habit such as smoking, for example. Dreaming of spiders could also mean the dreamer. eBay is the world's biggest online auction site, attracting thousands and thousands of buyers and sellers. Amongst those are keen coin collectors, who are willing to splash out for seemingly small change. One coin hoping to attract one of these collectors is a rare £1 coin with a significant minting error. The coin was listed this afternoon by eBay user Robimera1, who is based in Wadebridge. The seller also boasts 100% positive feedback, enhancing the reliability of the listing. Robimera1 listed the coin as a rare deformed pound coin offset print. Not elaborating much more in the description, the seller added, "Rare misprint new £1 coin, sick." The coin is a 2016 £1 coin, and appears to have a skew print and unusual marks on the outer rim. Listed for a whopping £500, the seller is also open to having lower offers made on the coin. The 12-sided £1 coin was minted in 2016. And designed to combat fraud due to two different colored metals and a hologram underneath the Queen's effigy. According to the Royal Mint, many of the old one-color £1 coins are fake. The new £1 coin was designed by David Pierce, and features rose, leek, thistle and shamrock encircled by a coronet. 500 million of the new £1 coins were minted in 2016. With production rates increased. The faster rate of production and amount of coins being minted led to mistakes being made in minting. Many coins were misprinted or featured minting defects, often selling for sky-high prices on eBay. Earlier this month, another rare £1 coin with a minting error was sold for £200 on eBay. The coin was listed as a £1 very rare 2017 circulated £1 coin mint error misprint misstrike, sick. The description simple read, very rare 2017 error £1. Leaked egg. A newly minted 2017 £1, the coin had the center silver circle leaking into the outer gold rim. The silver had leaked out from its perimeters. eBay is full of people looking to make money from their small change. Some are rare collectibles, featuring detailed engravings commemorating significant events in history. But some are everyday coins that appear to have minting errors and misprints. One of these misprinted coins is a 2017 £1 coin that has been listed on eBay for a whopping £1,000. The coin was listed this afternoon by seller Brian 200,412, who is based in Preston and has 100% positive feedback. The coin was listed on the site as a New 2017 £1 coin misstrike press error extremely rare and collectible. It has a buy at now price of £1,000, but the seller is also accepting offers on the coin. The coin's silver inner circle was bleeding out into the gold outer rim, a noticeable minting error. Serious about making a sale, the seller provided a lot of information on the coin and minting error in the coin's description. It read, "A genuine very rare 2017 new uncirculated brand new bimetallic £1 coin. This has been looked at by the Royal Mint on 16/10/17 and they have confirmed that this is a genuine £1 coin and could if desired be used. Their explanation is as follows, of which I received by email on 16/10/17. Thank you for the images of the coin. The Royal Mint produces around 5 billion coins each year, and will be striking approximately 1.5 billion new £1 coins. As you would expect, we have tight quality controls in place throughout the production process. However, it is expected that due to the high volumes and speed of production, variances will always occur in a small number of coins, particularly in the striking process. We'd like to reassure you that your coin can continue to be used. Sick. The new 12-sided £1 was minted in 2017 and deserved by the Royal Mint as the most secure coin in the world. Earlier this month, another rare £1 coin with a minting error was sold for £200 on eBay. The coin was listed as a £1 very rare 2017 circulated £1 coin mint error misprint misstrike. Sick. The description simple read, very rare 2017 error £1. Leaked egg. eBay is a goldmine when it comes to finding rare coins, with many people looking to make big bucks from their loose change. Coins can often be sold for sky-high prices, many of which being common coins that are currently circulating in the UK. One coin currently selling for 10,000 times its face value is a 2016 50p coin made to commemorate the Battle of Hastings. Listed this morning, the coin is selling for a staggering £5,000. The seller, who is based in Barking, titled the listing, 2016 50p coin Battle of Hastings 1066 rare 50 pence uncirculated. Adding more in the description, the seller wrote, very rare Hastings coin, sick. The seller goes by the eBay username of Circuit458 and boasts 100% positive feedback. Helping to ensure a sale, the coin has a buy at now price of £5,000, but it also open to lower offers. The coin was minted in 2016 to commemorate the 950th anniversary of the famous Battle of Hastings. It was designed by John Bergdahl, and depicts Harold, King of England, being shot in the eye. The defeat of Harold and the English army was a turning point in British history, with England then being ruled by William of Normandy, or William the Conqueror. Highlighting the battle, the coin features the engraving of a soldier, with the inscription Battle of Hastings and the date 1066. The Bayeux tapestry inspired the coin's design, a 70-meter-long cloth known as the only visual record of battle and the events leading up to the Norman conquest of England in 1066. Despite its eye-catching design and being listed for thousands of pounds, the coin is actually not that rare. According to Scarcity Index Change Checker, the coin has a common rating, as 5 million were minted in 2016. The coin's mintage makes it quite possible that many Britons will currently be carrying this 50p. Along with the Battle of Hastings 50, the seller has other items for sale on eBay, including jewelry and old banknotes. Last month, one of these exact 50ps was sold for a huge sum on eBay. The coin sold on the online marketplace for a staggering £3,595. eBay is full of rare coins with very high price tags, but only a few actually fetch their asking price. One coin that did is a rare 50p coin, made to commemorate the Battle of Hastings. The coin sold on the online marketplace for a staggering £3,595, a significant amount more than its face value. The coin was sold by eBay user Rossi in 1982, who is based in Tidworth and has 100% positive feedback. Listed for a buy at now price, the seller made bank as the coin was sold for the sky-high amount. The coin was titled as 2016 50p coin Battle of Hastings 1066 rare 50 pence. The seller then described the coin as a very rare Battle of Hastings 1066 50p coin in circulation. This particular 50p was minted in 2016 to commemorate the 950th anniversary of the famous Battle of Hastings. Designed by John Bergdahl, the coin depicts the King of England, Harold, being shot in the eye. The defeat of Harold and the English army was a turning point in British history, with England then being ruled by William of Normandy, or William the Conqueror. The coin features the inscription Battle of Hastings, with a soldier also engraved and the date 1066. The Bayeux tapestry inspired the coin's design, a 70-meter-long cloth known as the only visual record of battle and the events leading up to the Norman conquest of England in 1066. Despite fetching thousands of pounds and being described as very rare, it has been revealed that the coin is actually quote common. Scarcity index changechecker.org gave the coin a common rating, with 5 million of the coins being minted in 2016. Despite being common, Rossi in 1982 still raked in the cash, with another active rare coin listing on eBay. Hoping to make bank again, Rossi in 1982 has an active listing for a Benjamin Britten 2013 50p, on the market for a whopping £1,395. Another seller looking to make big bucks from their small change was Anissa09 Anissa from Walesall, who listed a Battle of Britain 50p for £2,250 on eBay this week. The coin is listed as a very rare The Battle of Britain 1940 50p 2015 collectible, sick, and is selling for 5,500 times its face value. The coin was minted in 2015 to commemorate the Battle of Britain, and those who died and served in protecting the UK. The coin was designed. eBay is full of 50p coins of differing designs, and a recent addition is a 2000 Public Libraries design. Seller, Audiobook, has listed the 50 pence piece for a whopping £200, claiming it is rare. Writing in the description, the seller said, "Very rare collectible Public Libraries 1850 to 2050p. This particular design was released in Millennium Year to celebrate 150 years of the Public Libraries Act." Describing the design, Royal Mint wrote, "The turning pages of a book, the anniversary dates 1850 and 2000, and the value 50 pence. All above a classical library building on which appear the words Public Libraries and, within the pediment, representations of compact discs." When the Public Libraries Act received the royal assent in 1850, Charles Dickens hoped that the books thus made available will prove a source of pleasure and improvement in the cottages, the garrets and the cellars of the poorest people. Without doubt, laying the foundations for today's network of public libraries, the Act brought knowledge and literature within the reach of every member of society. The start of the new millennium marked the 150th anniversary of the Act, and a chance to celebrate everything the modern library service offers. The reverse designer, Mary Milner Dickens, drew inspiration for the design from Arnold Bennett's comment that libraries act as an agency for the radiation of light. A stunning coin. How rare is it really? Royal Mint lists the mintage as 11,263,000, making it 54th on the scarcity index, and ranked as common, according to changechecker.org. 50p coins do tend to stir up interest, and another design was recently listed on eBay for £500. The coin listing is titled, Rare Suffragettes 50 pence Coin Collection. The listing description below reads simply, one from my rare 50 pence collection. But what is so distinctive about this particular 50p coin? The Royal Mint website provides some further details. The coin's official title is the 2003 Women's Social and Political Union 50p, according to the site. It was first issued in 2003 and has a mintage of 3,124,030. The description reads, the figure of a suffragette chained to railings and holding a banner on which appear the letters PEW, to the right a ballot paper marked with a cross and the words Give Women the Vote, to the left the value of 50 pence, and below and to the far right the anniversary dates 1903 and 2003. The design featured on the reverse of the 2003 50 pence coin celebrates the 100th anniversary of the foundation of the Women's Social and Political Union. An eBay seller has made a huge sum of money from a collection of coins because it contains one of the rarest pieces in Britain. The Heinz Royal Mint Uncirculated Coin Collection 1983 contains a pound, a 50p coin, a 20p, a 10p, a 2-pence coin and a 1p. It also contains a halfpenny, an older piece not used in Britain as currency anymore. The whole collection has sold for almost £1,000 thanks to the 2p coin. Why is it so valuable? Seller Aaron Corvus said, here we have the ultimate coin collector's item. The ultra-rare 1983 coin set with the 1983 new pence, 2p. This is highly sought after and very hard to find. This coin is very rare due to a minting error made by Royal Mint. The coin should have had the inscription 2 pence, but it was wrongly struck with new pence. The seller added, the coin set is in good condition, but does have some age-related marks. It is over 35 years old. Please study the photos for the condition. This is not in the condition a 2018 coin set will be in. This is a very rare item and are getting much harder to find. The coin sparked a fierce bidding war. 59 bids were made on the item by 5 bidders. The piece was sold last Wednesday. Another 2p coin was sold on eBay recently for £500. The 2p coin has been made in the very same way since 1972, when it was created thanks to decimalization, the process of changing the old currency of guineas and shilling to pounds and pence. It is not known how many of these coins were created, but they are sought after by collectors. These 2-pence coins are thought to be among the rare. eBay is the place to head when it comes to buying or selling rare coins. The online marketplace has all types of British currency on offer, from rare coins in circulation to old collector's items. The coins are often listed for sky-high amounts, with only a few reaching their asking price. One coin that did make a buck or two is a very rare £1 coin with minting errors. The coin seems to be your standard 2017 pound coin, but when looking closely an error can be spotted. The coin was listed as a £1 very rare 2017 circulated £1 coin mint error misprint misstrike, sick. The description simple read, very rare 2017 error £1. Leaked egg. A newly minted 2017 £1. The coin had the center silver circle leaking into the outer gold rim. The silver had leaked out from its perimeters, causing some of the outer engraving to be printed in silver. The Queen's head also poked out from the silver center, making the coin look very unusual. The coin was sold for a whopping £200, 200 times its face value. It was originally listed with just the buy it now price, giving no option to bid or make offers. This particular coin was listed on eBay by seller Josh Moran 14, who boasts 100% positive feedback. The new 12-sided £1 coin was minted in 2017 and is described by the Royal Mint as the most innovative coin ever produced. The seller appears to be a keen coin spotter, with 10 active listings on eBay, all being rare coins. One rare coin listed by the seller is a rare Charles Dickens £2 coin. A Charles Dickens £2 coin was listed on the online auction site for £350 last month. Originally minted in 2012, the coin featured a Charles Dickens design and was made with many errors in the minting process. The coin was minted in 2012 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the birth of. eBay is a great resource for those buying and selling rare coins on the internet. One rare £2 coin is listed on the platform for the sky-high price of £1,675. The William Shakespeare coin is listed by Pennies £2, who has a 100% positive feedback rating. It is advertised with the headline, 2016 William Shakespeare £2 error strike plain/read it. The coin is said to be rarer because of several errors in how it was struck. For instance, it is missing a large part of the reading pattern that gives £2 coins a rough edge. The description reads, a very collectible rare error coin. The coin has multiple strike errors, including a larger than normal center which spreads towards the date and lettering on both sides, large rims and signs of edge reading on reverse surface. The coin also has less than 1 mm of edge reading all the way round the coin, and the remainder is plain. Sick. The coin has been watched by 2 users in the platform in the past 24 hours. So what do you know about this particular coin design? The Royal Mint website gives us a further clue into its origins. It is said to be a 2016 Shakespeare Tragedies £2 coin. The description reads, 400 years since his death, William Shakespeare remains one of the greatest British writers of all time. His influential works take their rightful place at the heart of our school curriculum, and each new generation is gifted his legacy, ready to be inspired and entertained. In 2016, the Royal Mint released 3 £2 coins marking the 400th anniversary of his death, designed by longtime Royal Mint collaborator John Bergdahl. The coins celebrate Shakespeare's most famous works, and this design skillfully weaves love around tragedy, with the skull and rose design capturing that sense of doomed romance. The reverse design of the coin was created by John Bergdahl. Finally, the edge inscription reads, "What a piece of work is a man." Earlier this week, it was revealed a rare Charles Dickens £2 coin is selling for $300. An eBay seller recently pocketed £500 for a 2p coin, an incredible return. Why is this coin so special that collectors are persuaded to pay hundreds for it? The very normal-looking piece is actually very rare thanks to a mistake made by Royal Mint. The 2p coin has been made in the very same way since 1972, when it was created thanks to decimalization, the process of changing the old currency of guineas and shilling to pounds and pence. The coin that is rare has the badge of the Prince of Wales, the number 2 and the words "new pence" on it. The design was changed to say 2 pence in 1983, however a selection of pieces minted in the year still had the old inscription. It is not known how many of these coins were created, but they are sought after by collectors. These 2 pence coins are thought to be among the rarest of coins. Another reason this coin is so rare is that it only seems to have sold in promotional packs. The chances of finding one outside of its pack are slim. Only the coin dated 1983 is valuable. Strangely, this piece on eBay did not seem to have a date. However, collectors seem to have been convinced with one buying the coin for a high price. Another rare coin worth £13,000 is the Lancaster Bomber £50 sovereign coin. A 22-karat gold £50 sovereign featuring a Lancaster bomber on one side and a full-color Union flag was released in March as part of the Defense of the Skies collection to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the RAF. A rare £1 coin has been listed on eBay for £6,000. To the naked eye, it appears to be a bog-standard new £1 coin. But on closer inspection the coin was actually minted in 2016. The coin was listed on eBay by seller Anonym.xhhvq8f, who is based in Westerham and boasts 100% positive feedback. Going for a hefty buy it now, price of £6,000, the coin was listed on the site as a 2016 dated £1 coin rare. This 2016 coin is rare and very collectible as these were the first produced and we are already into eBay is home to a great many rare coin designs, which are listed on the auction site. One rare 50p coin, one of the Sir Isaac Newton 50p coins, is listed for the hefty sum of £350. The listing, titled 2017 Sir Isaac Newton 50p rare coin, also includes a buy it now price of £520 for the coin. It is being sold by eBay user Spudfin, who has a 100% positive feedback rating on the site. The listing description reads, "Rare 50p coin. Please look at my other coins as I've been collecting for years and need a clear out." So how rare actually is this coin? The Change Chucker website says it is the second lowest UK 50p coin in circulation. It has a mintage of just 1,800,000, making it many times more rare than the 2017 Peter Rabbit coin, which has a mintage of 19,300,000. Saying that, it is easily beaten to first place by the 2009 Kew Gardens 50p, which has a mintage of 210,000. The Royal Mint website provides further information about this coin design and its creator, Aaron West. It reads, "The reverse of the Sir Isaac Newton 2017 UK 50p coin was created by Aaron West, a member of the Royal Mint's own graphic design team. A fitting tribute for the most famous master of the Mint. Aaron achieved a degree in graphic design and a PGCE in higher education from the University of South Wales before working in retail advertising, graphic design and teaching. This is Aaron's second commemorative UK coin design. He also captured the chaos of the Great Fire of London on the coin struck in 2016, which marked the 350th anniversary of the disaster. His award-winning design was voted the 2017 Coin Design of the Year. It is based upon elements of Proposition 11 in Book 1 of Newton's Principia Mathematica. The Sun lies at the common focal point of three ellipses representing the orbits of different planets. The rarest 50p coin in circulation is said to be the Kew Gardens 50p coin. One rare 50p coin is listed for the sky-high sum of £220 on the eBay website. The listing information reads, "Brilliant and circulated in mint condition. Taken from Royal Mint year set. Great investment. Buy with confidence." The Royal Mint website provides some further information about this coin. The description reads, "A design." eBay is the world's biggest online marketplace, packed with rare and valuable collectibles. One rare item that has just been listed on the site is a rare £2 coin, selling for an impressive £1,000. The coin was listed this morning by eBay user JDO_Ezo, who is based in Sheffield and boasts 100% positive feedback. The listing was emphatically titled, "Very Rare." Act of Union 1707 to 2007 £2 coin * printing error * sick. While the coin has a buy at now prices of £1,000, the seller started the bidding at a more modest £60. The listing is set to go on for just under 5 more days, giving bidders plenty of time to compete for the coin. Giving more away in the description, the seller wrote, "Very rare £2 coin with printing error which can be seen on the photograph. Only 550 in circulation with this error. Worth well over £1,000, hence the starting bid perfect for a collection. Thank you for looking and happy bidding." The coin was designed by Yvonne Holton and minted in 2007 to commemorate the 1707 Act of Union. According to the Royal Mint website, the coin has an intricate floral design divided into quarters. It reads, "The design divides the coin into 4 quarters, with a rose and a thistle occupying 2 of the quarters and a portcullis in each of the other 2 quarters. The whole design is overlaid with a linking jigsaw motif and surrounded by the dates (1707) (2007) and the denomination £2 when James VI of Scotland became James I of England in 1603. The 2 countries were united under one monarchy. Over the course of the 17th century, there were several attempts to bring about a closer union between the 2 countries, but more than a century passed before Scotland and England were finally united under one parliament. The Act was passed in 1707, and to commemorate the 300th anniversary of a remarkable union, the Royal Mint issued a special £2 coin. But despite the coin's high selling price, it turns out the £2 actually had a mintage of 7,545,000, making it a quite common coin. However, if the coin's reported misprint could increase its value, possibly fetching its £1,000 asking price. Another £2 coin that was listed on the site for £1,000 is a coin celebrating the abolition of the slave trade in 1807. The coin was listed earlier this month on eBay, with the starting bid of £1,000 and the option to make an offer. Eugenie Bouchard might not be in the best of spirits today, having been knocked out in the 3rd round of Wimbledon yesterday. The tennis babe has been playing professionally for 9 years, but in that time has also established herself as a successful model. The Canadian has appeared twice in the annual Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, but also uses her Instagram presence to post stunning selfies and bikini shots. She has racked up an impressive 1.7 million followers on her Instagram page. The latest on her Instagram feed is a smiling shot of the stunning blonde, on the grounds of the All England Lawn Tennis Club. In the sunny snap, Eugenie is holding a large Wimbledon gift bag, no doubt stuffed with lots of Wimbledon merchandise. She captioned the post, "Who wants some Wimbledon goodies?" with a licking lips emoticon. In the snap, the 24-year-old looked off to the side of shot, wearing her blonde hair in a loose bun and aviator-style sunglasses. Keeping her outfit casual, she matched the sunglasses with a plain white crop t-shirt and tiny denim shorts. Accessorizing the look, she wore a black belt and had a clutch bag draped over her shoulders. In Wimbledon colors and showing off her tennis sponsorship deal, she wore a striking white pair of Nike trainers, which were blindingly bright in the sun. Despite being knocked out of the competition, Eugenie's Instagram fans were quick to show her their support. One commented, "Sorry you couldn't go any further. And I have an idea on which goodie I would like to have." Another wrote, "You did good, Jeannie. Still a fan, don't stop believing." Other followers criticized Eugenie for focusing more on her modeling career, saying, "It's sad, she's more focused on Instagram than playing tennis. I wish she would focus on being a great Canadian tennis player instead of modeling." Sick. Just a few days Eugenie posted an Instagram snap of her sitting on the courts at Wimbledon. She captioned the grinning shot of herself, "Coolest place in the world." The post came before Eugenie was snapped on the practice grounds of the tennis club, where she blew a kiss with 2 fingers. Eugenie Bouchard, 24, is the stunning blonde tennis player, known just as much for her appearances on the court as off. She has posed twice for the annual Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, cementing her sports babe status. The 24-year-old has been putting a lot of work into reviving her tennis career lately, making a big comeback at this year's Wimbledon. But earlier this week her tennis dreams were dashed when she was forced to withdraw from the Swiss Open in the semi-final due to injury. Along with being a model and tennis star, she had racked up an impressive 1.7 million Instagram followers thanks to her sexy bikini pictures and stunning selfies. Following her Swiss Open defeat, it seems Eugenie has jetted off to Morocco for some much-needed rest and relaxation. Posting to her thriving account, the tennis babe shared a short video and vibrant image of her tantalizing night out in Marrakesh. The snap, aptly captioned Moroccan Nights, shows the stunning blonde stood in the middle of a crowded square in the Moroccan city. The busy image is buzzing with people and lights, a different word from what Eugenie experienced in Stade last week. Dressing appropriately, she wore a sheer, multicolored striped dress which she accessorized with a long gold pendant. Kaftan style, the dress was low-cut and down to her ankles, showing off her bright turquoise-green loafers. Allowing fans another slice of her vibrant evening, Eugenie then posted a short clip of her and her friends exploring the square. In the tantalizing clip, Eugenie is seen laughing with locals and exploring the night, leaning on a friend as she admires the view. Showing fans she has recovered from her tennis blow, she captioned the post, "Could spend all night walking around the square, the energy is surreal." Her adoring fans were quick to comment on the colorful video, with one commenting, "You're smiling again. That's a good sign, sick." Another used it to encourage the Canadian to recover from her injury, writing, "Take that energy. Use it to play tennis." Yesterday, Eugenie thrilled fans by posting a sexy bikini shot from inside her Moroccan riad. The image shows the blonde wearing a neon green and pink bikini, while sitting on the side of a shimmering blue pool. Fans were quick to pile the praise of Eugenie, focusing on her looks. One wrote, "You are so beautiful." And another said, "You are too pretty to be an athlete." Eugenie Bouchard, known to many fans as Jeannie, is documenting her holiday in Morocco currently. The stunning blonde thrilled Instagram followers with a sexy bikini snap. The 24-year-old's behind was up front and center in the candid image, which the tennis star uploaded to her account. Jeannie has a whopping 1.7 million followers on the social media account, and this picture racked up 170,000 likes. However, not all her fans were impressed with the revealing image, which Eugenie captioned, "My friends are so annoying, they always ask me take pics of the mug." One wrote, "This pic is delete material. So dumb and sorta desperate. Why?" Another simple wrote cringe underneath the snap. Allusions were made to Eugenie's tennis career, as the star has been suffering in the league tables recently. While Jeannie once ranked NO.5, her ranking has dropped significantly now. She is now ranking at 123, a nosedive for the star in terms of her performance. Eugenie recently pulled out of the Swiss Open on Saturday, halfway through a match citing a groin injury for the reason. A commenter said, "Will be good if one day you will post a picture of yourself with some trophy also. That would be nice. Only not your body parts. Get it over with and focus on your career, baby." But not all Jeannie's fans felt the same way. One wrote, "You look beautiful. Don't listen to haters." Another said, "This is what dreams are made of." Eugenie Bouchard's bikini snap in the same pool was a hit. Fans were quick to pile the praise of Eugenie, focusing on her looks. One wrote, "You are so beautiful." And another said, "You are too pretty to be an athlete, and the model is the right." Eugenie Bouchard, 24, is the blonde Canadian who was once a lauded tennis player. The stunning sportswoman was the first ever Canadian player to reach the final of a Grand Slam tournament in singles. However, her game has suffered recently. While Jeannie once ranked NO.5, her ranking has dropped significantly now. She is now ranking at 123, a nosedive for the star in terms of her performance. Eugenie recently pulled out of the Swiss Open on Saturday, halfway through a match, citing a groin injury for the reason. However, Jeannie Bouchard's Instagram game is still going strong. Just yesterday, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue star was seen straddling a donkey. The sportswoman revealed she had trekked up Mount Toubkal on the four-legged animal. The mountain is in Morocco, south of Marrakesh. And today Eugenie posted another image, this time a close-up of the blonde wearing a bikini in a blue pool. She beamed at the camera while wearing a neon green and pink two-piece. Fans were quick to pile the praise of Eugenie, focusing on her looks. One wrote, "You are so beautiful." And another said, "You are too pretty to be an athlete, and the model is the right job for you." Sick. Another offered himself up for a date with the Canadian. They wrote, "Jeannie, what does it take to be your man? 197 centimeters Viking badminton player from Sweden is what I can offer." Sick. However, at least one fan was more concerned with Jeannie's game. They said, "Jeannie, I hope you heal up and qualify at the Western and Southern Open. I'll be there rooting you on if so." Eugenie Bouchard showed off her lavish lifestyle on Instagram after her shocking tennis withdrawal. "My best friend is. I'm learning to be my own best friend and to champion myself. The only way forward is liking yourself. I'd say my family, too, my mom, my son, they're in Team Gulati. I've learned Team Gulati has to exist. My nickname is. Oh, I have many. I was Flipper at one stage because I laugh with my head back and show my teeth like a dolphin. Shobi is Mom's nickname for me. Shobs. I answer to anything. My grandfather called me Cry Baby when I was little. I'd cry and nobody could figure out why, but I was coeliac. I wasn't diagnosed until I was in Coronation Street. In pictures of when I was little, I look like a small boy with short hair and I'm crying, rubbing my eyes and sucking my thumb like Linus from Peanuts. The bravest thing I've ever done was to become a single parent. I made the choice to have my child, bring him up by myself, face whatever I faced and convince my family and wider community we'd be alright. Akshay and I are a good team. Whatever the weather, I'm there for him and he's there for me. My favorite TV show is. I've found The Handmaid's Tale captivating. I like things with Benedict Cumberbatch, too. Patrick Melrose was quite ill-making. I like series on Netflix, Sky or Amazon. It's escapism to save it all up then binge-watch. America's Next Top Model is my guilty pleasure on TV. Tyra Banks makes me tune in, it's the way she is and what she's achieved. Amazing. My perfect evening is eating food I've cooked to share with friends and family and then a movie. My perfect evening happened a few weeks ago. 4 of us were sitting across the couch watching Lion after a roast dinner. My first kiss was when I was in India studying dance. A boy, a friend of the family, took me out for ice cream on my 17th birthday and kissed me. All I remember was being quite old. When everyone was snogging at school, nobody wanted to snog me. It was quite nice to be kissed, at least before I was 20. The best thing my parents taught me was to work hard. My dad always said, "Your name presents itself differently on top of an exam paper. You don't know who's marking your paper, so you'd better be good. Then, there's no reason to mark you differently." He was canny, my father. He was a GP and had to fight for his place within the system. Mum taught us to be honest and sincere. Dad taught us to find common ground with people, have friends from all walks of life, realize we have more in common than what sets us apart. Everyone has the same doubts, fears and worries, the same desires, hopes, dreams. My biggest regret is I've been trying not to have regrets. Everything's a learning experience. I suppose my biggest regret is not learning sooner. It's okay to fail. It doesn't mean it's the end. It can sometimes be the beginning. I'd like to say sorry too. Yesterday, I was on a packed bus. You know when somebody leaves the seat empty by the window? I said, "Sorry, can I sit there?" She was wearing headphones so didn't hear. I was a bit rude as I wanted her to budge up, but then realized why she didn't. The seat was wet. I'd say sorry to her as, when I said it, I just abruptly said, "Sorry." I'm saying it once more now with feeling. The one thing I'd change about myself is I'd be more patient. Sometimes I go in feet first. If I could just be a bit more cautious, think before I say or do things. The last time I cried was yesterday. I always cry. It's good to release your emotions when you feel frustrated or sad or if something moves you. The first record I bought was Bang Bang by B.A. Robertson. I went to Woolworths to buy it. It's not good for my image, but I like wearing my nightie all day. A Winsayet nightie, a granny nightie. My greatest weakness is food, of any kind. Although I'm more a savory person, eating crisps or anything cheese and onion flavored. I drive Audis. I used to have an Audi TT, that was my favorite. Now I have a family car. The shop I can't walk past is Whole Foods Market. I don't get anything, it's too expensive. I just love looking. Although I did buy a gluten-free tiramisu recently. Delicious. The most expensive thing I've ever splashed out on is getting a roof over my head, but if you want a stupid answer, it's a pillowcase made from copper fibers so I don't get wrinkles. It was £50 expensive for a pillowcase. My perfect Sunday is waking up late, especially now that I'm doing the musical everybody's talking about Jamie with 2 shows on Saturday. It's turning off your phone, making food, sharing it with family, talking, walking in the park, coming back, eating more food, watching a film. Simple pleasures. My favorite place in Britain is it might be Glasgow. I was there a few months filming River City and, on theater tours, it's always my favorite place to go. I like the people and the atmosphere. It's warm and friendly and they have an eating and drinking culture. Just outside, there's lovely countryside. You can go to lochs and hang out. I feel like I'm home. Maybe I have Scottish ancestors. My last holiday was 3 days in Italy. I went to Umbria, a stunning place with the most beautiful countryside. I'm currently reading The Chimp Paradox by Professor Steve Peters, about how your mind works, and rereading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. There are so many things you pass over the first time. The best day of my life is every day, isn't it? You wake up and he visited doctors and scans revealed it was a submandibular tumor and surgeons spent 3.5 hours painstakingly cutting it out. The surgery was a success, and Samai, who did not want to reveal his surname, can now move his head without pain for the first time in years. The farmer from Basti in the North Indian state of Uttar Pradesh will be discharged from hospital in the coming days. Dr. Onkar Vaidik, who was part of the surgical team at King George's Medical University Hospital at Lucknow, said, "The patient visited our outpatients department on July 12, and we admitted him. After going through the scan reports, we decided to remove the growth at the earliest, and the surgery was conducted the next day on July 13. The surgery was quite challenging and took about 3.5 hours. It was submandibular tumor and was pressing hard on the carotid arteries, which are major blood vessels in the neck that supply blood to the brain, neck and face. The submandibular glands are below the jaw. They secrete saliva under the tongue. If the tumorous nodules were small, it would have been easy to operate. But Samai was carrying a massive lump. After the operation, the weight of the tumor was found to be 1.4 kilograms, which is quite rare. The patient is recuperating post-surgery, and will be discharged after his stitches are removed. The surgery was conducted by Chief Surgeon Dr. Sunil Kumar, and assisted by Dr. If GT so 9 greater than 96 less than, and if greater than less than, if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false NUSX none x none less than, and if greater than less than, if GT so 9 greater than less than, and if greater than less than, if GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table normalterable so style name table normal so style row band size 0 so style call band size 0 so style no show yes so style priority 99 so style parent so padding alt 0 in 5.4 pints 0 in 5.4 pints so paramargin 0 in so paramargin bottom 0.001 pint so pagination widow orphan font size 12.0 pints font family Calibri sans serif so ASCII font family Calibri so ASCII theme font minor Latin so Hansi font family Calibri so Hansi theme font minor Latin less than, and if greater than less than, start fragment greater than food, drink, live music, friends and unpredictable weather. Let the good times roll. It's festival season again. If you're heading off to a live music event this summer, don't leave home without reading our essential festival camping survival tips to make your experience even more enjoyable. From what to take, to the creature comforts that will make your time in the great outdoors a little more bearable, these are your festival must-haves. And what's more, Halfords is currently offering better than half price on a range of camping. Less than. And fragment greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false NUSX none x none less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Msnor malterable so style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style call band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 in 5.4 pints, 0 in 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom. 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if greater than less than. Start fragment greater than traveling from car to campsite. The car park will be a long way from wherever you camp, so bear this in mind when you are deciding what to take. Sure, you can make a couple of trips to and from the car, but an Urban Escape heavy-duty folding trolley will save you the hassle. Priced at just £50, better than half price with a saving of £75. It's great for carrying bulky items from your car to your tent or transporting your belongings across a festival campsite searching for the perfect spot. And don't worry about your food and drink supplies getting warm. The Halfords Co-ol Bag Trolley, £15, half price, will keep your snacks cool, whilst providing an alternative to carrying it. Less than. And fragment greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false NUSX none x none less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Msnor malterable Mso style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style call band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 in 5.4 pints, 0 in 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom. 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if greater than less than. Start fragment greater than pitching your tent. The location of your camp needs to be well thought out and strategic. Rookie campers might think that it's a good idea to camp in a valley at the bottom of a hill because of the protection from the wind and sun. However, if it rains you might just wake up in a puddle of water, so it's particularly important to choose flat ground and avoid hills. If you're camping at a festival, you'll likely have designated areas to set up your camp. Once you've found your spot, you'll need something that's simple and quick to pitch, and the Halfords 4-person double skin tent, £40, save £60, is an ideal choice for short camping trips. The front door cleverly converts into a canopy to create a sheltered living area, whilst the double skin provides better insulation and more protection from rain and condensation. Haffords has a range of tents for extended family camping trips. The bigger the tent, the more room you'll have, but remember you can always increase your space by purchasing a tent with a porch. Less than. Dash and fragment dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false 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 NUS x none less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 10 greater than slash asterisk style definitions asterisk slash table. Msnorm alterable mso style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style coal band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 and 5.4 pints, 0 and 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom, 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash start fragment dash greater than making your tent comfortable once you've set up your temporary lodgings. Make them feel more homely, so you and your fellow campers are as comfortable as possible. After a long day of partying you'll need a good night's sleep to recharge and do it all again the next day. For an extra layer of comfort underneath your sleeping bag, grab a foam Haffords camping mat. 4 pounds, save 6 pounds. It's super lightweight so you'll hardly notice you're carrying it. Or, if you want to achieve maximum comfort levels, the Haffords double flocked airbag, 12 pounds, half price, can be inflated easily with the pump and has a soft touch finish for extra comfort. And when you're not horizontal, get comfortable in the Urban Escape King Size Moon Chair. 30 pounds, half price, which offers a large, comfortable seat while still folding down to a compact size. Less than. Dash and fragment dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false 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 NUS x none less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 10 greater than slash asterisk style definitions asterisk slash table. Msnorm alterable mso style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style coal band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 and 5.4 pints, 0 and 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom, 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. MSO ASCII theme font, minor Latin. MSO Hansi font family, Calibri. MSO Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if -- greater than less than. Start fragment -- greater than keeping your phone charged with all the videos and photos you'll be taking, you'll need to have a source of power for your chargeables. The Hafford's Solar Power Bank, £25, allows you to charge your devices on the go, so you'll never miss a moment. The slim power bank can charge an Apple iPhone 5 seconds from flat 2 to 3 times, and it even works in overcast conditions, ideal for typically cloudy UK summers. When it gets to nighttime, to avoid fumbling around in complete darkness, you'll need something to illuminate your tent. The Hafford's 24 LED tent light, £6, save £9, can be hung easily using the supplied carabiner and has adjustable brightness. Less than. And fragment -- greater than. Make sure you are really ready for summer with Hafford's. Visit www.haffords.com or go in store for full details on all offers and services. Prices correct at time of publication. Offers end August 5th. This article was written in partnership with Haffords for express.co.uk. Kate Middleton, 36, and Prince William, 36, were pictured for the first time with all of their children today at their youngest son's christening. Prince Louis, who is 11 weeks old, was christened at the Chapel Royal at St. James's Palace. The youngest member of the royal family was pictured wearing a replica of the traditional royal christening robe when he joined his siblings, 4-year-old Prince George and Princess Charlotte, 3 at the chapel. Look through this gallery to see Kate Middleton, Prince William, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis pictured together for the first time. The stylish Duchess of Cambridge wore a cream number by Alexandra McQueen and a hat by Jane Taylor. Princess Charlotte looked. The mother of one yesterday told of her astonishment and delight after marrying her long-term partner at a wedding she had not known was going to be her own. The 35-year-old, who is now Leslie Morgan, believed she was attending a ceremony as a bridesmaid for friends who were renewing their vows. Her long-term partner Chris had planned their entire wedding in secret and only told her once they were in the venue. Dozens of friends and relatives, who had all been in on the deception, then burst into applause as the penny dropped for the stunned bride. "When I saw my friend in a normal dress I just burst out crying," Leslie said. "Obviously I had had my suspicions but I never knew I was the bride." The couple, from Hastings in East Sussex, have been together for 17 years and have a 13-year-old son, Bailey. Explaining why he decided to stage the surprise wedding, Chris said, "She'd asked me more than 3 times to marry her and I've always turned her down because I felt I was never really the marrying type. But something happened over Christmas that made me realize she knows me and to me that's the detail." He added, On a trip up to London I had a bit of thinking time and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to marry her. Leslie told how some doubts had surfaced after her friend Tina Stewart told her to choose her dream dress to be her bridesmaid. She said, Tina had told me to pick out a dress for the day, which made me think maybe this is going to be my wedding day. I picked out my dream dress, but then I worried thinking, what if I'm wrong and I turn up in a bridal dress to my friend's vow renewal? But her husband and friend reassured her that the dress was a bridesmaid's and nothing like the bridal gown. It was only when she and Chris walked into the Ozzer restaurant in St. Leonard's, Hastings, and saw Tina wearing a simple floral frock that Leslie realized what was happening and burst into tears of joy. Perhaps the couple's long relationship helped Chris, 53, predict his bride's taste to a T. It's amazing. I mean, what man organizes a wedding and gets it all spot on? Said Leslie. Everything I would have chosen, colors, my cake, it was all done. Chris told how he had devised the cunning wedding plan. I came up with a little bit of a scheme with my hairdresser way back on Boxing Day evening, he said. Then we started to plan for the final 6 months. I didn't want it to go on for too long, because trying to keep a secret like that is difficult enough. Leslie, who works as a kennel maid, admitted that at one point she even suspected Chris of having an affair after he unfriended her on Facebook and put a password lock on his phone. So even before I went to get the dress, I had a few suspicions. I can't even tell you what it was. There were just things that didn't add up, she said. But until I walked in, even though I had those little doubts, I just didn't know. She added, it still has not sunk in that we're finally, after 17 years, married. It was amazing. The newlyweds were joined for their big day last week by about 50 guests, including Scotland-born Leslie's brother and grandfather Fred Black, who traveled down from Dundee. Bailey only found out about the wedding at the venue too. He thought he was to be Tina and husband Michael's page boy, but was. Selling your property is a stressful time, with many sellers anxious to make a return on their investments. One of the best ways to make money from your property is to do certain renovations. By making the house more attractive to potentially buyers, Britons can make a nice profit to put towards their next home. But what is the best renovation to do in a bid to make cash? Unsurprisingly, increasing the size of your house is the best way to make money. An expert told Zoopla that converting your loft to make extra space could net you £54,500. Robert Gardner, Nationwide's chief economist, said, having more usable space is generally thought to be consistent with better quality accommodation and people are prepared to pay for it. Home improvements that increase floor area, such as an extension or loft conversion, remain a good way to add value. According to homebuilding.co.uk, a loft conversion costs upwards of £20,000. The extra space could count as a further bedroom or extra living space. Britons who cannot afford a loft conversion can do other things to make their home more appealing to buyers. A recent survey showed that you can add value to your home with extra plug sockets or even a good Wi-Fi connection. Ben Wilson, a spokesman for Go Compare Home Insurance, told Mail Online, buying a home is the biggest financial commitment most people will make. So, before viewing properties, it is helpful to have an idea of the type of area and property you'd like to live in and think about your real must-have priorities. Connectivity and energy efficiency are two massive factors for anyone thinking about a move at the moment, while the number of electrical sockets is now more important than access to local amenities. However, certain so-called home improvements could make your house harder to sell and even lower the price. Elliot Castle, Property expert at home buying company Buyani Home said, "Buying a property is the biggest investment many of us will make, yet some are still unaware of the changes or details that can potentially decrease the value of their home. There are many things that factor into how much a property is worth, such as location, square footage, school district, and the number of bedrooms and bathrooms." While many homeowners are aware, Kate Middleton and Prince William has a very public wedding. Millions tuned in on live television to watch the big day. However, one aspect of the wedding which always remains private is the wedding night. However, it can be revealed that one element of the couple's wedding night was very different. William and Kate spent their first night together as a married couple in Buckingham Palace. This is unusual for royals, as most royal brides are whisked away on their honeymoon the day of their wedding. The Queen, 92, and Prince Philip, 96, spent their wedding night in Broadlands, Hampshire. Elizabeth and her husband had their first night together at Duke of Edinburgh's uncle's house. Princess Anne and Mark Phillips set off for their honeymoon cruise on the royal yacht Britannia after their balcony appearance. Kate and William surprised guests by not heading off on their honeymoon straight away. In fact, William went straight back to work. At the time, the Duke of Cambridge worked as a search and rescue pilot. The newlyweds headed on their honeymoon 10 days after they tied the knot. They went to private island in Seychelles. It is not known currently where Meghan Markle, 36, and Prince Harry, 33, spent their wedding night. Could Meghan Markle have twins with Prince Harry if the pair choose to have children? When, or if, Meghan does fall pregnant, it's quite likely that the couple might end up having twins. The reason is, Meghan Markle, the new Duchess of Sussex, looked bright and summery last night. The stunning former actress wore a canary yellow dress. A form-fitting shift dress, the piece had a businesswife flair thanks to the cut. The yellow hue complemented her bronze skin and dark hair. The Duchess added nude shoes and diamond earrings to the look, as well as her huge engagement ring. The yellow dress was by Brandon Maxwell, a designer who has dressed Lady Gaga before. The summery piece costs $1,495 or £1,129.85. Her earrings were from Adina Rader, a fine jewelry brand from Los Angeles, California. The diamond earrings cost $498 or £376.36. Turning to classic designer for her footwear, Meghan wore a pair of nude Manlo Blahnik BB heels, which cost $625 or £472.34. This brings the total cost of Meghan's look to $2,818 or £2,129.70. Meghan Markle's yellow dress was a departure from her recent flowing dresses. The event was hosted by Commonwealth Secretary-General Patricia Scotland, and marked the culmination of the Commonwealth Secretariat's Youth Leadership Workshop. During the evening, Meghan and Harry chatted to the participants, hearing the ideas of individuals hailing from all around the world. This included individuals from Australia, New Zealand, Fiji and Tonga ahead of the couple's first royal tour of Australasia this autumn. How much did Meghan Markle's wedding dress cost? Entertainment Tonight reports that Meghan's chapel dress cost £387,000, while the dress for her reception is estimated to be worth £119,555. Meghan's second dress was created by vegan designer, the environmentally friendly Stella McCartney. The overall cost of her wardrobe was estimated to be £750,000. Biography: Princess Maria Olympia of Greece is a model and socialite descended from the last king and queen of the country. The stunning and tall blonde has modeled for Dolce & Gabbana, and is known for her sexy Instagram snaps. She has also modeled for Teen Vogue, Tatler and Hello. The goddaughter of Prince Charles caused shock by swearing in an Instagram image, which was later deleted. While Maria Olympia is a princess, the Greek royal family no longer technically exists. It was disbanded after the rule of Constantine II of Greece and Anne-Marie of Denmark. However, the princess is known as Her Royal Highness. Her mother, Princess Marie Chantal, 49, retains the title also. The young blonde was linked to the now married Prince Harry, 33, not too long ago in January 2016. However, a source close to the prince offered up a firm denial when questioned on the topic. An article published by IBD at the time quoted a senior royal source close to Harry in the denial. They said, "It's nonsense, it's not true in the least." Maria Olympia has forged a career in fashion for herself, and studied photography at Parsons School of Design in New York. She also interned in the Dior Couture department when she was 17 years old. Maria Olympia has her modeling career in common with another British royal. British royal and former Edinburgh student Lady Amelia Windsor has been dubbed the world's most beautiful royal by Tatler. Princess Marie Chantal of Greece recently warned Meghan Markle to stay away from a certain aspect of her former life now she is a royal. Marie Chantal told Paris Match. However, there is a downside to the beautiful sunshine. With temperatures regularly hitting 30 C, heat-related skin problems are on the rise. Even if you manage to avoid getting burned, the scorching weather can still play havoc with your complexion. Luckily, help is at hand. We've put together our top tips for a heatwave survival guide that'll help you stay cool whatever the weather. Heat horror. Sunburn isn't always blistered and red. Even if your skin is just slightly pink, you have still burned, and darker skin may just feel sore or itchy. If you do burn, get out of the sun immediately and take a cool bath, mixing whole milk and honey into the water. Honey is a natural antiseptic, while the fat and proteins in the milk have anti-inflammatory qualities that will calm skin and reduce redness. Soothe your complexion with a facial mist such as Vichy Mineralizing Thermal Spa Water, 7 pounds, Boots.com. A quick spritz will hydrate, calm and cool. After the redness has gone, apply a topical antioxidant that contains vitamin C or E to strengthen the skin's natural barrier. Try Medigate C Tetra Serum, 35 pounds, Medigate.com. Heat horror. Pigmentation. Spending time in the sun triggers production of the skin pigment melanin, which can turn into age spots. Wear an SPF 30 every day on the face, backs of the hands and the chest. Look for one that contains zinc oxide, which reflects the light. Try Ultration Face SPF 30, 20 pounds, marksandSpencer.com. Use a moisturizer that targets pigmentation. Good ingredients to look for are soy, ferulic acid and lactic acid. Avene D Pigment, 35 pounds, Cinareva.co.uk helps block the production of melanin, preventing new marks from developing while fading any existing ones. For a natural remedy, try dabbing virgin olive oil on pigmentation marks on the hands and legs and leaving overnight. Heat horror. Broken veins. Continued exposure to harmful UV rays can cause blood vessels to rise to the surface of the skin and crop up in clusters on the face, chest or legs. Soothe and calm skin with gentle products such as La Roche-Posay Roseliet UV Light Anti-Redness Moisturizer SPF 15, 17 pounds and 50 pence. La Roche-Posay.co.uk, which helps reduce the appearance of redness and flushing. To conceal broken blood vessels, try a Cosmetics Your Skin, but Better CC Cream SPF 50, 30 pounds. Boots.com. The formula provides flawless-looking coverage and is infused with collagen, peptides, hyaluronic acid and antioxidants to boost skin health. Heat horror. Dry skin. The sun sucks moisture out of skin, leaving it dry and flaky, and slows down the skin's natural exfoliation process. The most important thing to do is replenish hydration levels, so look for skincare that contains soothing antioxidants and hyaluronic acid, and avoid harsh ingredients such as benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, alcohol or perfume. Rose oil is a great skin booster as it contains essential nutrients such as fatty acids and vitamins. Heat horror. Breakout spots and blemishes can be a big problem in humid weather. The heat triggers oil production which, when combined with sweat and heavy products, can lead to breakouts. Switch to an SPF that won't block pores such as La Roche-Posay Anthelios XL Ultra Light Tinted Fluid for Face SPF 50, 17 pounds. Lookfantastic.com. Cleanse skin thoroughly morning and night and close pores with a toner. Sonoflor Aqua Magnifica, 18 pounds. Fialunique.com contains 9 essential oils that tone the skin. Remove sweat and product buildup during the heat of the day with Nivea Micellar Professional Micellar Cleansing Wipes, 3 pounds and 29 pence. Superdrug.com. They are great for the beach. Heat horror. Sunlight's UV exposure destroys the skin's natural antioxidant reserves, leaving it at risk of wrinkling and sagging. Antioxidant-rich serums and creams will help protect collagen supplies from damaging free radicals. A weekly face mask can also nourish skin exposed to the sun. Try Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior Mask, 48 pounds. Cultbeauty.co.uk, which is packed with hyaluronic acid to plump, hydrate and smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Studies have shown that 1 in 5 British adults have had an affair. Another study found that 25.4% of married men and 18.3% of married women have cheated on their current partners at least once. The results also showed that most affairs start in the workplace, with 38.8% of women having had an affair with a work colleague, and 30.7% of men. To help Britons spot cheating partners, Bark.com has partnered with its on-site private investigators to create a telltale guide on how to spot cheating. The guide comes after the online services marketplace noticed a 39% increase in recent months for private investigators hired to investigate a potentially cheating spouse. How to tell if you're being cheated on. Being protective of phone, social media or email. This highlights that there's something to hide on these devices. They may also take their phone to the bathroom, keep it on silent or always keep it face down. Any calls are taken in a different room. Decline in communication. This could be little things, such as what happened in their day that they used to share and no longer do, or big things like refusing to discuss the future. New clothes and underwear. If new clothes and/or underwear have been purchased, which is unusual in the relationship, it may be that they are wearing it for someone else and making more of an effort. Change in personality. A change in personality is a big sign of infidelity. It could be that they're being more secretive, more argumentative and less affectionate. Sometimes it's as a result of guilt, but it could also be the influence of the person they're cheating with rubbing off on them. Working out more. If they suddenly join a gym or increase the amount of times they go, it could be a sign they're cheating. Taking more pride in their appearance is one thing, but a big shift could indicate it's because they have someone else to impress, not just you or themselves. Uninterested in family events. This reveals that the partner doesn't want to be around family. It could be that this is due to them not caring anymore, feeling guilty, or that they don't see a future with you, so it's not worth the effort. Deflecting once confronted about infidelity, do they accuse you of cheating at the same time you bring up your concerns? This shows that they are feeling guilty and want to move the attention from themselves as quickly as possible. Fights about money. Money can be a difficult subject within any relationship, but increased fights about finances may be exacerbated thanks to guilty feelings and the fact they're spending more dating two people. They're not jealous, a lack of interest in a partner, and what they're doing is a sign they don't care anymore. If Britons are suspicious, Bark.com suggests having real evidence before confronting the suspected cheater, as accusations can't be taken back. It also suggests thinking about what to say to your partner before. Weighing in at 34th Street, the 45-year-old could barely walk to the end of his road. After living on a diet of sausages, chips, pies and 2 bottles of wine a night, he had a 66-inch waist. But in 2016, a long list of health problems, including type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, sight loss, joint pains, high cholesterol, gout and sleep apnea, where a person suddenly stops breathing in their sleep, forced him to change. Mr. Lancaster, from Warwick, said, "I found it difficult to walk to the end of my road. I went out so rarely, except for work, that I was close to becoming a recluse. I was nearing almost complete immobility. It felt as though as I was getting bigger and bigger, my world was gradually shrinking." In desperation, he swapped junk food and alcohol for dishes like grilled mackerel, low-fat chili con carne and berries with fat-free yogurt, and started walking. He started by walking from bench to bench in his local park and resting frequently. But soon he was covering 10 miles a day. He said he realized how fit he had become when he walked up Mount Snowdon in North Wales with ease. Yesterday, after reaching his goal weight of 14th Street, he was named Slimming World Slimmer of the Year. He celebrated his win with a walk with some of the friends who had supported him on his journey. Mr. Lancaster no longer takes medication, is free of diabetes, and no longer needs glasses, an unexpected bonus of his reduced blood sugar levels. He said, "I can fit in any car seat, and on buses, trains and planes. I don't have to worry about breaking benches and garden furniture. I buy clothes on the high street and put my own socks on easily. I can walk miles, the list is endless. I've got my life back and I couldn't be happier." Meghan Markle, 36, married into the royal family under 2 months ago, and is appearing to effortlessly transition into royal life. As part of her new title as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan has carried out many public royal engagements. She has also reportedly given up garlic and her favorite food, seafood, as part of becoming a royal. Another thing Meghan has supposedly given up is her distinctive U.S. twang. When a video of the Duchess meeting fans during her outing with to Cheshire last month went viral, the internet was quick to notice Meghan's apparent changed accent. The clip was posted by a woman who met Meghan during her outing to Cheshire with the Queen last month. It shows her engaging with Meghan in polite conversation, telling Meghan she watched her for so long on Meghan's former TV show Suits. The clip also shows the 36-year-old introducing herself to other people in the crowd and discussing the weather. But according to Twitter users, Meghan's accent had a new hint of British, and is starting to slowly lose her American one. One user wrote, "I'm kind of disappointed. It seems unauthentic for Meghan Markle to be speaking with a British accent. Especially this fast. It makes it seem like something was wrong with the way she sounded before." Another added, "Unreasonably sad about Meghan Markle adopting an English accent and inflections. We've officially lost her to the monarchy." The actress was raised in California and spent a lot of time living in Canada before meeting Prince Harry in 2016. Since 2017 she has been living in the UK full-time, with many people saying her accent change was inevitable. Defending her supposed accent change, one user wrote, "It's not a full-blown accent, but it is coming out here and there. But what do you expect living with and talking to British people for a year? It's going to happen." People don't ridicule people for slowly adopting an American accent. Others pointed out that the change was bound to happen at some point, writing, "It's only natural, though I'm surprised it's come this quickly." Meghan worked as an actress before marrying Prince Harry, so her newfound accent could be helped along by her training. Once again showing off her seamless transition into royalty, Meghan looked stunning in yellow at a Commonwealth reception yesterday evening. The Duchess wore a canary yellow evening dress, with a businesswife flair thanks to the cut. The yellow dress was by Brandon Maxwell, a designer who has dressed Lady Gaga before. The summery piece costs $1,495 or £1,129.85. Championing another US brand, her earrings were less than if GT so 9 greater than 96 less than and if greater than less than if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false then USX none x none less than and if greater than less than if GT so 9 greater than less than and if greater than less than if GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table normalterable so style name table normal so style row band size 0 so style call band size 0 so style no show yes so style priority 99 so style parent so padding alt 0 in 5.4 pints 0 in 5.4 pints so para margin 0 in so para margin bottom 0001 pint so pagination widow orphan font size 12.0 pints font family Calibri sans serif so ASCII font family Calibri so ASCII theme font minor Latin so Hansi font family Calibri so Hansi theme font minor Latin less than and if greater than less than start fragment greater than England face Croatia this Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the semi-finals, and the last thing you want is to miss it, especially since it's been 28 years since they last got this close to the final. You've got cold beverages waiting in your fridge, there's a pizza delivery app on your phone, and your family and friends are waiting for you in front of the TV. Follow these simple tips to ensure you don't turn up late and miss out on a few England goals. Well, hopefully. Less than and fragment greater than less than if GT so 9 greater than 96 less than and if greater than less than if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false then USX none x none less than and if greater than less than if GT so 9 greater than less than and if greater than less than if GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table normalterable so style name table normal so style row band size 0 so style call band size 0 so style no show yes So style priority, 99. So style parent. So padding alt, 0 and 5.4 pints, 0 and 5.4 pints. So para margin, 0 in. So para margin bottom, 0001 pint. So pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. So ASCII font family, Calibri. So ASCII theme font, Minor Latin. So Hansi font family, Calibri. So Hansi theme font, Minor Latin. Less than. And if -- greater than less than. Start fragment -- greater than. Pick your way through a packed midfield. You don't want to be facing a queue of traffic when you should be at home, watching pundits queue up to give their predictions on the big game. But whether it's a one-way road in London, roadworks in Birmingham, or a newly closed road in Newcastle, traffic has a funny way of surprising us, especially if your sat-nav isn't up to date. A Garmin Drive 50, £79, could be just the answer. Add preloaded detailed maps of the UK and Ireland, and you're going to get home quickly, without getting lost and without being stuck in traffic while you listen to the match on the radio. Less than. And fragment -- greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if -- greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false NUSX none x none less than. And if -- greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than less than. And if -- greater than less than. If GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Normaltable so style name, table normal. So style row band size, 0. So style call band size, 0. So style no show, yes. So style priority, 99. So style parent. So padding alt, 0 and 5.4 pints, 0 and 5.4 pints. So para margin, 0 in. So para margin bottom, 0001 pint. So pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. So ASCII font family, Calibri. So ASCII theme font, Minor Latin. So Hansi font family, Calibri. So Hansi theme font, Minor Latin. Less than. And if -- greater than less than. Start fragment -- greater than. Be prepared. You can do everything within your power to make sure you're home on time, but natural occurrences and the actions of other motorists are often beyond your control. Need to explain to your family and friends why you missed that historic victory? Make sure you have an X-Base Dashcam 412 GW 103 pounds installed and your alibi will be watertight. Plus, after your gang has replayed those winning goals and watched the post-match analysis on the TV, you can thrill them with footage of that gridlock on the M11. Stay pumped. Not all flat tires are caused by punctures. With the hot weather we're experiencing this summer, the hot tarmac can put added pressure on your tires. You might be in a rush to get home in time for kickoff, but you also know that properly inflated tires are as important as a properly inflated football. Keep a Halford's Essential Twin Barrel Foot Pump, £12 and 99 pence, in the boot and get inflating. Getting your tires to the right pressure means not just lower fuel consumption but better braking, too. Another handy tool worth having is the Halford's LED Digital Tire Pressure Gauge 2015, £19 and 99 pence. It has an easy-to-read, backlit display and a LED light for nighttime use. It beeps when the gauge locks in the reading, and the bleed function helps to achieve exact pressure. Less than. If GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false NUSX none x none less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Normaltable so style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style call band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 in 5.4 pints, 0 in 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom, 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if greater than less than. Start fragment greater than don't be left feeling flat. A rogue nail or piece of glass in the road is about as unwelcome as a power cut during a penalty shootout. These days a lot of cars don't have spare tires in order to save weight and space. So carry a can of Holt's Tire Weld, 10 pounds, to fix sudden problems. Simply attach the can to your tire valve and it pumps in clever liquid that can repair small punctures in an instant. You won't need to jack up the car and it's a tool-free process. The quick and easy emergency puncture repair kit gets you back on the road fast and washes out of tires easily after use. Less than. And fragment greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false NUSX none x none less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 9 greater than less than. And if greater than less than. If GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Normaltable so style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style call band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 in 5.4 pints, 0 in 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom, 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if greater than less than. Start fragment greater than sing your heart out. Want to get in the mood for the big game by blasting out some Vindaloo or Three Lions anthems? Some in-car entertainment will help make the journey fly by, and the Pioneer MVH AV290 BT car stereo £120, save £39, will allow you to enjoy all of your favorite content on a large 6.2 clear-type touchscreen, right on your car dashboard. Whether it's a portable music player or the latest iPhone, the Pioneer Car Stereo plays audio/video from almost any digital source. Less than. Dash and fragment dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false 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 NUS x none less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Msnor multiple so style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style call band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 in 5.4 pints, 0 in 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom, 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash start fragment dash greater than keep in shape. What's a less welcome sight than a red card? A red light on your dashboard just as you're trying to get where you need to be. Just like a footballer, your car needs to be kept in good shape for peak performance. Reduce the chances of car malfunctions by booking your vehicle in for a free Halford's car check for added peace of mind. The in-store experts will track down problems with the tires, oil level and will even top up your screen wash, also for free. You can also visit Halford's Auto Centers which offer mods. Right now you can get your MIT for £29.99, a saving of 40% on the standard FSA fee. Less than. Dash and fragment dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than 96 less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than normal 0 false 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 NUS x none less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 9 greater than less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Dash dash if GT so 10 greater than / style definitions / table. Msnor multiple Mso style name, table normal. Msod style row band size, 0. Msod style call band size, 0. Mso style no show, yes. Mso style priority, 99. Mso style parent. Mso padding alt, 0 in 5.4 pints, 0 in 5.4 pints. Mso para margin, 0 in. Mso para margin bottom, 0001 pint. Mso pagination, widow orphan. Font size, 12.0 pints. Font family, Calibri, sans serif. Mso ASCII font family, Calibri. Mso ASCII theme font, minor Latin. Mso Hansi font family, Calibri. Mso Hansi theme font, minor Latin. Less than. And if dash dash greater than less than. Start fragment greater than. Make sure you are really ready for summer with Haffords. Visit www.haffords.com or go in store for full details on all offers and services. Prices correct at time of publication. This article was written in partnership with Haffords for express.co.uk. Offers end August 5th. Less than. And fragment greater than. Ivanka Trump is the daughter of Donald Trump, 71, and his first wife Ivana Trump, 69. During her younger years she worked as a model, before going on to begin a fashion business. However, since her father's election she has served as a political advisor to him, as has her husband Jared Kushner, 37. However, the author behind a new book claims the blonde has a different side to the professional image she has now. Speaking at a party for her book Born Trump, Vanity Fair writer Emily Jane Fox said, "She's crafted this whole image of herself that's not actually her. And the real her is cooler, slightly more interesting, funnier. She curses like a sailor. She partied a lot when she was younger. She flashed a hot dog vendor when she was in 8th grade. She chain smoked." Which is so opposite of the image she put out there. This commentary from the writer comes as a Texas pastor claimed Ivanka donated $50,000 £37,679.25 to his church, which pledged to help migrant children. The mother of three took to Twitter to praise her father for ending the policy to separating children from their parents at the U.S. border while the adults crossing illegally into the country are arrested. She wrote on the social media account, "Thank you at POTUS for taking critical action ending family separation at our border." She added, "Congress must now act plus find a lasting solution that is consistent with our shared values. The same values that so many come here seeking as they endeavor to create a better life for their families." Sick. On Instagram yesterday evening, Ivanka posted a video of herself giving a speech in Peru. She captioned the video, "I agree with the many people, on both sides of the aisle, arguing that we must help foster stability in Central and South America by helping create economic opportunity. Poverty, violence, instability and lack of economic opportunity in parts of Latin America are underlying issues leading to the current immigration crisis, and have been for decades. The U.S. government is working hard to address these challenges." On Thursday last week, Ivanka Trump joined Donald at the White House for a working lunch. Mom of three Ivanka looked animated throughout the meeting, gesticulating with her hands as she spoke in front of assembled cameras. Donald's oldest daughter wore a purple. Ivanka Trump and her husband Jared Kushner, 37, have taken to exercising in the dark lately. The married couple, who both work as advisors to Ivanka's father Donald Trump, attend early morning exercise classes in a pitch-dark studio. They do this to avoid being spotted in public in their local area, according to a report. The president's daughter and son-in-law like to attend early morning spin classes at Flywheel, a nearby studio, reported the Washington Post. The room goes dark when the class starts, the better to pedal unobserved. The high-profile couple make an inconspicuous exit from the classes, according to the publication. At the conclusion of a recent session, Kushner, a baseball cap pulled down over his face, headed quickly outside to a chauffeur-driven SUV that whisked him away. The pair may be trying to avoid political demonstrators outside their home in Kalorama, Washington, D.C., the publication suggested. On at least two occasions, demonstrators have assembled outside the Kalorama home of Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, said the publication. Both Ivanka and Jared have been pictured with bodyguards in the past, suggesting they have a tight security team. Donald's first official visit to the UK begins today. He will meet Theresa May and Queen Elizabeth II as part of the visit. He will be accompanied by his wife Melania Trump, 48, on the working visit to the UK. Meanwhile, Ivanka was pictured leaving her gated residence yesterday as her father left for Europe. Possibly stepping into her father's absent shoes, Ivanka looked poised and ready to go as she left her home. She wore a business-like black pencil skirt and shirt combination. The tailored, chic pencil skirt perfectly framed around Ivanka's trim figure, featuring a fishtail hem. The mother of three matched the skirt with a feminine emerald green blouse. Embellished with a black pussy bow tie, the blouse was long-sleeved and appeared to be made of a lightweight, floaty material. The statuesque blonde elongated her 5'11". Ivanka Trump is the daughter of Donald Trump, 72, the leader of the United States. The New Yorker, who now lives in Washington with her family, is a political advisor to her father. Formerly a model and fashion entrepreneur, Ivanka is now dedicated to politics full-time. One British business leader has put an enormous bet on the fact that Ivanka will be President of the United States by 2025. Lord Alan Sugar has wagered £10,000 with Ladbrokes, a representative for the businessman confirmed to Express.co.uk. The businessman has put his money where his mouth is, and he stands to win £500,000 should Trump's daughter achieve what no other female candidate has before. Lord Sugar, from Hackney, London, placed £10,000 at odds of 50/1 on Ivanka Trump becoming the first female president before 2025. Jessica Bridge of Ladbroke said, "While the odds suggest it's unlikely, we have already seen one Trump make it to the White House. Time will only tell if we see Ivanka there as president." Lord Sugar is not the first to suggest Ivanka might one day win the top spot in U.S. politics. A source revealed Ivanka is in it for the long haul. A source said Ivanka Trump plans to be in politics for the foreseeable future. It has recently been claimed by a friend of Trump that Ivanka and her husband plan to stay in Washington for a long time. The source said, "Whenever she invites people, they all want to come see her in Washington. They love it in Washington. The kids love it. They are in it for the long haul." Ivanka is an advocate for women's rights and spoke at the G20 Head of State Summit in July. Ivanka Trump closed her fashion brand recently, citing a move to politics as the reason. A statement said, "When we first started this brand, no one could have predicted the success that we would achieve. After 17 months in Washington, I do not know when or if I will ever return to the business, but I do know that my focus for the foreseeable future will be the work I am doing here in Washington, so making this decision." Jack Brooksbank, 32,